The plan is this. I have this area to check out. Balefire Beacon. We're going to finish up all these quests we have in Dunwich. And we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go exploring. I am going to pick a direction in my boat. And I'm going to sail. This is going to be an easygoing stream. I am going to see what I uncover, what I come across. If there's quests there, cool, we'll do them. I'm going to avoid everything that has a red skull for the moment. But we are just going to enjoy the world today. So I'm not going to worry too much about taking off things on this list unless I happen to come upon them. But we're just going to see what kind of trouble we can get into today, because I've been wanting to do that in general, so. But first,
Don't see why not.
let's talk to Two-Eyed Pim.
Much ado to you, Casita.
The captain flourishes a sweeping bow. When he bends forward, a golden sonnet slips from his collar to dangle on the end of his chain. He tucks it away as he straightens, but not before you notice the etching on his front side. It marks him as the third chair on the Consuaglo Mes Casitas.
A word of advice. Guard your back in Dunwich. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene. Elsewise, how might I be of assistance?
Show him Benweth Solnet. I want fourth seat on the Consuegla Mis Casitas. Tell me about the Consuaglo Mes Casitas.
Yes, our council of captains.
He tips his head towards a semicircle of elaborately ornate chairs aligned on the other side of the room.
There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. Seat holders convene to vote on a variety of issues concerning the Principe's well-being. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically.
I probably don't have that
Ferrante,
yet.
the last Marcheso, holds the highest-ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the second most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the second chair, and I am the third.
He rolls his head on his neck as if to work out a stiff muscle.
Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes. You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today?
Why do you speak like a Valian? Captain arches a dark brow.
I met Ferrante decades ago. Many years I sailed as his first mate before building my own humble fleet.
With an affected shrug, he sweeps a hand to indicate the room.
When in the Principe, do as the Valians do. Unless, of course, you have no care for tradition or the continued sustainability of our way of life, like some filthy new blood.
Is there someone or someplace I should avoid while in Dunwich?
You may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new, by which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold old Valia in grand esteem, and the varied and often uncouth recruits we have since brought into the fold. I assure you, the latter was supremely by necessity, though perhaps I'm ill-equipped to throw stones. As a casita of some repute, you will be most welcome in the king's coffin. But you should watch yourself throughout the radiant court.
I want for a seat on the Consuaglo Mes Casitas.
The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, and if you vanquished Benwith, as appears to be the case, I do believe you are the most qualified to take his place.
It's either me or the piano that killed him, and I'm probably more likable.
I will speak with Ferrante so that he may consider the matter further.
Bye. Yeah, this is going to be a 4-hour stream. We're going till 10. That's why I started early. I slept like crap, but I'm awake enough, surprisingly, to do some game plan. So this is a good day to get some stuff done. Yes, I'm going to try to do some more long streams. And in all honesty, next week should be normal. I should have 5 days to do 4-hour streams. I should. Unless something weird happens. Ruger had his appointment yesterday. Nothing really changed with that. Unfortunately, he still has to take that 8-hour pill, so I'm still going to have my sleep messed with a little bit for probably about a 2-week period here. But he doesn't need to go back for 2 weeks. Jaws' last appointment for a while is on Saturday. After that, everything should calm down. Hopefully. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
On it.
Captain Mur Trevilizzo is inscribed on the back of the chair. Captain Goldfin Chiara is inscribed on the back of the chair. Captain Two-Eyed Pim. Captain Aldi's Seawolf. And Benwith. Brutal Benwith. Brutal Benwith.
Ah, watch out. Good, you have arrived.
Oh, hey, it's you again. Chin jutting upward, he grants you a winsome smile. His left cheek dimples as the smile spreads to show teeth.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man meat to dangle from a wrist? As easily forgotten as set aside.
Arms akimbo and head askance, Seraphin smirks. Ferrante rubs his thumb over his golden soul net, violent thoughts gliding over his face like dark clouds. Then he smiles, but it's a vicious expression more than a pleasant one.
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Benwet.
His eyes glint as a fierce grin cuts across his face and his lone dimple deepens.
I hear you have a flair for the dramatic, or should I say, explosive antics? A magnificent way to settle one's disputes indeed. And you truly left Benwet's reputation in pieces.
Why am I getting blamed for this over and over again? It was the piano. I was like in the room with him. Could have just as easily been a drunk in a corner.
Gelarde, for this you have my grandest commendation.
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard-blowing three-sheeter getting what's long been doing.
Hands on his hips, Seraphin juts his chest forward, blue fur expanding like a bird's plumage.
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter, that no one can say you are not entertaining. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place.
He had it coming.
That he did. Indeed.
Ferrante strokes his fingers down the line of his jaw, eyes downcast in thought.
And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize.
With a sweep of his arm, he offers you a magnificent cloak, a cloak of protection.
However, there is another matter of which we must now speak. I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen, one which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire.
Do elaborate. His lips thin, pressed taut as he half shrugs one shoulder, infuriatingly noncommittal.
This galleon, what likely remains of the Fonferros, is a frightful legend.
Meaning Iron Strength, the Fonferros is the grand Valian galleon that Darkozy paladin Lucia Riven used to flee the burning palace when charged to protect the royal family's sword.
We have been losing ships at sea, amico. And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I believe the floating hangman may be our culprit. Fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. You will consider what she has to say.
Head craning abruptly to the side, he barks a loud order.
Come forth, Selene. Quickly now, or I will run the rivers of your lethargic blood.
At that last, he smiles. Sun-blistered and raw-boned, the pirate regards you both with a discerning glare. She tongues a chapped bottom lip, but keeps quiet.
Well, spit it out, Selenia. and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Larry ship hunters. Oh, they seem well funded all of a sudden. How could that be?
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tail as best as I can.
Pirate touches a spot at the base of her skull and winces. She glances off to the side, eyes black and full of hurt. Ferrante sighs and rubs tiredly between his brows.
Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me.
Are you then? With a shiver, Pirate turns her black button eyes to you. Pardon. I'll try not to press you to remember more than we absolutely need.
You aren't quite what I expected, Watcher. You're
She wets her lips.
kinder than most.
Selena pointedly avoids Ferrante's gaze, a grimy hand scrubbing at her mouth.
Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within. Out of nowhere was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked...
She gropes her hip, but there's nothing there. Fingers fumbling at the air as she bares her teeth.
rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding. Couldn't kill them. Couldn't even fight them in the end.
Tell me about them, the undead.
They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones.
They're taking people they've killed and using them to replace their crew members, aren't they?
One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
She shrugs, gaze going far away.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferros of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
How were you taken by surprise on the open sea?
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the Spectre ship
She glides her hand in the air.
skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it.
This is why more ships need good and solid Morningstar weapons and warhammers. Doesn't matter if it can't die if it crushes bones, so it can't move. Exactly. You gotta be prepared for this kind of thing, 'cause I've heard this mentioned a few times so far. Like, you think everybody in the Deadfire would be like, alright, everybody, get some hammers, get some staffs, get something that can bust bones up. When did this happen? She ruffles a hand through her short hair, scowls.
Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
She flits her hands over the softness of her shirt. Again, her fingers hesitate close to her hip. The fabric crinkles there, where a pistol might normally be strapped. Muscle ticks in Ferrante's jaw, but he otherwise ignores her.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
How'd you survive the attack?
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am.
She snorts. She rubs the back of her head, rough like she needs it to hurt.
Took a knock-in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care me.
That'll be all. Selena casts a glance at Ferrante for confirmation. When he dismissively waves her away, her black eyes narrow and she raises her chin, defiant. Then he turns his full gaze to her, suddenly seething as she shrinks in on herself. Fist shaking at her side, she reluctantly retreats.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time.
Ferrante sighs.
One moment, Watcher.
The captain scowls as Selena is retreating back, a dark anger warming his cheeks. Why the secrecy? He cants his head to you in mock surprise.
That much should be obvious, Diveros. I prefer my crews to fear their captains, not a phantasm roaming the seas, hunting to devour their souls. Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Revan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Revan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka. One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume.
I've actually spoken with Isir. His brows host high up on his forehead.
Meaning what? But at last, you were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed?
Isir was mortally wounded, yet refused to wholly die. Instead, he was reborn as an undead to defend Bera's faith for all eternity.
God save us from fools who battle with blind trust.
But he shakes his head as if he's already accepted the truth of your words.
A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must of course presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn about Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors?
Isir tracked Ravin before she became a death guard. They fought near the Isle of Dusk. Captain strokes his chin, his gaze contemplative.
I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation.
Upright captain's belt. Betrest, immune to push and pull, +1 constitution. Grants concentration. Ferrante clears his throat, then he tugs on the frilled cuffs of his sleeves, his posture more rigid than usual.
A matter of a rather delicate nature has arisen. One which I believe could benefit from your, let us say, expertise. An associate of mine is in need of a favor.
He raises his brows pointedly. You sure need a lot of favors, buddy.
A favor that necessitates a great deal of discretion. See to this for me, and I will weight you with a considerable amount of coin.
But I do like money. What exactly would I be doing?
My associate conducts dealings with a group of traders of a sort. The traders are having a bit of trouble with their newest stock.
Who might this associate be?
A wealthy and influential man. What more do you need to know?
Why the need for such discretion?
It involves something of a sensitive topic among the Principe. I'll explain further once I can trust you're fully committed.
You can trust me.
First, swear it. I have your word on pain of death, amico.
Of course.
Go on.
He grins darkly.
Then you're to head to Crookspur Island, where you'll meet with Master Kua.
He clears his throat.
He runs the biggest slavers' port in the Deadfire.
I knew it.
However, they've run afoul of the locals. So now, their trade routes are under constant ambush.
Seraph's mouth falls slightly open. Vertigo tickles the edge of your thoughts as if you're peering over the edge of the world. The Principe work with slavers.
Excellent goddamned question, Cap.
The Orland's bald fist shake at his sides. Don't worry, I lied.
No, it is my associate who does that dealing.
He pins you with a pointed look.
My opinion on the trade is of little matter. It is legal, unlike many of our own activities.
Since when be the fucking laws of Kith of any goddamn concern of the likes of us?
I won't help slavers.
I understand you may harbor some hesitation in this regard. But in the case you reconsider, at least allow me to mark Crookspur on your charts.
Suppose I could always go kill him.
When you get there, speak with Master Kua. Tell him I've sent you, and he'll fill you in on what he needs.
Okie dokie, we can do that. Well, that's a painting.
Yourself a look at that, mate.
Get that in a second. Scroll of Storm of Holy Fire. And some salt. Lots of money. I was not just in here. We'll be clear, I don't work with slavers. It is good to know where they're at, though. I work with slavers in that I'll kill them and throw their bodies somewhere. This game has islands and boats. I could feed them to sharks or something. I'm helping nature. Rust and blood tinge this iron cage in shades of ochre. Ooh, it's pretty up here. Gusts of wind rise from below with the smell of the beacon's fires. Bird droppings crust over the iron bands of this cage. It's like nobody's got anything to say up here, but the view's nice. Alright, I think that's everybody in here. So let's back out. Now, we need to go back to where we came in. I remember we need to find a blind guy for that one quest. I think I need to go to the bar for some things too. Hey buddy, have I got
You say your lamp nets you souls, I? Mind if I be asking how?
opportunity for you?
Faith can do many a thing, Seraphim. Add a little copper and Audra, and a normal lantern can work miracles.
Aye, don't those be the tools of the Animancer's art?
Maybe. But I'm no animancer, that's for sure. I ain't out to play God, only serve mine.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you?
How would you feel about playing the part of Aethys on stage?
What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is.
You'll just need to speak a few lines, stand there, and look intimidating.
Intimidating I can do. Reciting a bunch of namby-pamby lines is going to be the trickier part, but I'm game to try.
He sighs as he straightens his spine, standing even taller to tower over you.
Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Alright, sweet. Who else do we need to get for that? Dunnage. The Wizard at the King's Coffin. Alright, let's head there. I've need of a wizard. Hey man, how's it going? That was you, wasn't it? Yeah.
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance.
Face bland with a bored expression, the wizard sighs heavily after speaking. Hand on her hip, she cocks her head, she waits for you to speak. Calandra needs you for her play.
I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money.
She jerks her head towards the far end of the bar.
Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere.
Is there anything else I can do to get you out?
Talk it over with Harker. Maybe you'll be feeling generous.
She snorts as if she's made a joke.
A more likely possibility is he'll try and put a knife between your ribs.
I'd like to see him do
Assuming
that.
he doesn't, or you survive it, you ought to know he hides his money in his private quarters. Would be a shame if someone stole it.
What can you tell me about Harker?
You haven't heard the rumors, I take it?
Her voice drops to a raspy whisper.
Some people say he's the Red King.
The who now?
Come on now, you're pulling my leg. The Red King was a pirate with a grudge against the Valian Republics. Supposed to have died years ago.
Her eyes gleam with excitement as she tells the tale.
But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics.
The elf leans closer conspiratorially to murmur near your ear.
Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King.
Licking the corner of her mouth, she straightens. She smooths her hair with trembling fingers.
I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation. A real violent disposition. And besides, people in this port generally don't like others prying into their past.
Alright, farewell. That, I'm guessing, is his room, maybe.
I don't be sposing wicked, like swagged and sparkling, Captain.
Ooh, that is a lot of money. Don't know how the hell I'm stealing it with these guys here.
Aye. One of my eyes be open.
Ah, hell. I don't see how this doesn't lead to a fight if I try to steal that. Don't mind the guy, the little guy who's crouching around walking through the room, everybody.
Ahoy.
Alright, let's talk to this dude.
What can I do for you?
You got any fire kelp extract for sale while I'm here?
Sure do. And at a generously discounted price too. 250 pies.
I'll take a vial of the extract.
Be careful you don't get any of it in your eyes. Burns like a mother. Oh, burns like you wouldn't believe. Wouldn't wish that sting on anybody. Not even my worst enemy.
I knew somebody that got stung in the eye once by a bee, like in the eyeball. That had to have sucked. Speaking of things that burn. Things that burn the eyes.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would.
He chuckles deeply to himself as he hands you a vial of fire kelp extract. It's probably a bad idea. You know what, just take the money. I want to pay off Tyranna's debt.
Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable.
He nods to you conspiratorially, as if he didn't just imply you were a sucker easily parted from your money. Pelagine tips her head and smiles.
Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so sweet as your offer is, you can keep the money.
It's probably more profitable for you to continue breathing as well.
Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here.
He turns away and begins fiddling with something beneath the bar. As he does, you spy red-handled pistols stuffed into the band of his breeches. Screw it. How many coins do you think I could fit in your mouth until you choke on him to death?
Ha! I haven't met someone brave enough to step me in awe. It's got to be 2 weeks now. And that guy ended up shot full of holes. Right tragic accident it was.
Adir points affably in approval. Seraphim liked it. Zodi was amused.
You've got guts. I'll give you that. Maybe you're not so easy a mark after all.
He throws his head back and laughs.
Tierna's free to go.
That's what I thought. Do not try to intimidate a barbarian.
Endless thanks for taking care of my debt. See you at the play.
Toodles. Alright. Managed to hire 2 performers that the troop needs to pull off their stage show. I should speak with the troop's leader in the Radiant Court. Okay. Do we have anything else to do with that? Is there anything else I need to do around here? There's a bounty. That's going to be somewhere else, plus this red skulls. Iron Gut. Bring the ingredients for Andra's bile to Petro. Okay, that's done. And then stand way, way back. Oh, wait a minute, you're not the guy. Where's Petro at? There you are.
Ahoy, done and done.
Damn, my God. Just kill me now.
Skin pasty, upper lip beaded with sweat. The sailor sways and moans.
Lost my God's damn soul and stupidity. Andra, save me now.
Give him the ingredients for Andra's bile. Rosanella says this should work. Hands trembling, Petro hastily mixes the contents into a wooden mug half filled with water. With a final nervous swallow, he lifts the mug to his lips and downs the concoction. After several moments, nothing happens, and he shakes his head, expression grim.
Oh.
But then he goes white as a sheet. His throat mottles red, and his mouth pops open in a little O of surprise.
Oh, God. He's coming out the other end now.
Iron Gut scoops up the vomit-coated gemstone, what looks to be a black pearl the size of a small rock. He gives it a quick wipe down before thrusting it into your hands. I don't think that was worth it.
Oh, now, if you'll excuse me, I need a change of bottoms.
Biting back a curse, he hurries off. What kind of item was it? Oh, as long as I'm not holding on to it. What is this cape I got? Cloak of Protection. Who does not have a cape right now? Pelagina, you can use that. Also, what's this belt? Upright Captain's Belt. Do you have... Okay, give that to Pelagina. Oh wait, what are you equipped with? +2 athletics. Yeah, we'll give you the Constitution instead. So to here, be more athletic. Heart-chimed amulet. Acquired a amulet from Giacomo after his abduction. Okay, I never did equip this from last time. Nimbus of Death. Watcher or Death Godlike. 5% chance to instantly destroy a kith or beast with less than 100 hits health on hit. And if I give it to Pelagina, plus 15 deflection against disengagement attacks, plus 10% stride. Yeah, let's give this to Liquid, I think. Liquid, what are you equipped with right now, though? Oh, you've got that thing going on now. Pearl isn't actually worth that much. We'll just pretend it's in Seraphin's pocket. Pelaginius, I am going to give this to you because I... Wait, you know what? Hold up. Now. Pelagina, you take this for now. What are you equipped with? Communal Carnage. Oh, this is, that thing. Allies around where have increased damage with weapons. Perception, Inspiration. I want you to hold on to that. %5 chance to instantly destroy a kith or beast with less than 100 health. Doesn't do that much. You mean the Heart Chime Amulet or the Dragon? Yeah, I was thinking the Dragon Pendant was better. Yeah, I think we're just gonna hold on to that for now.
Something.
Ahoy.
Alright, so that's done. We need to go see the play person. Which is in Radiant Court. Several brutish-looking thugs emerge from the nearby alleys. Well, they can wait a second, because I'm getting a drink.
Well, well. If it isn't Arca's new business partner, that's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged.
Oh, you've already got a red circle, so I know where this is going. Not many kith have less than 100 health. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. In the end, it's not really going to be that helpful compared to what that Dragon Pendant does. It was a one-time deal.
Right. We all know Arca's been itching to come out of retirement and claim a bigger slice of dunnage for himself. Eyeing a seat on a council, I bet he is. Think I'll send him your head, as a reminder to stick to selling grog and flea-infested beds.
And I think I'll send him your unmentionables. Alright, let's do this. Pistolier, Thug. Pistolier, I'm guessing you're a Thug. You're a Thug. Okay. A deer. Get that guy. Pelagina. Get this Thug for now. Liquid, go up here.
Take him down.
Let's immediately paralyze these two because they're close together. Sodi. Shit, everybody's... Actually, just, you know what? Start shooting until I see where everybody's gonna go here, because everybody's gonna move away from you in a second. Oh, shit. No, you're not going after Zodi. Pelagina, go after him. He's almost dead already. You guys are nothing. Guys are nothing at all. Damn it. Seraphin. Paralyze this fella. There you go, now get out of dodge. Shoot the thug. You're not even worth using a sworn enemy on. You're gonna die. Sodi. Devotions for the faithful, since everybody's hanging out here. Alright. Deer, go get the pistolier. This guy ain't gonna last much longer. Let's puppet master this guy. Alright, the fox is dead. Go for pistolier. Sodi. Let's try a champion's boon on liquid. Actually, no, dear. I think boosts engagement, so I don't want to give that to liquid. Not that it really matters. Beautiful. Oh, hey, you're... Oh, okay, I thought you were dead. Correct that. Kappa leaf. Sea weathered grimoire. Bunch of lightning spells and ice spells. Fine saber. Ring of minor protection. Hold on to that for a moment. +1 dexterity, +1 resolve resistance to might afflictions. Ring of minor protection. Who could use a ring here? Pelagina, that's on you. And Amulet Health, I can put that in a stash for now. Boots of Stone, it protects against might afflictions. I'm going to give that to Liquid. Give Elite Boots to Pelagina for the hell of it. Collect the junk.
Happy to oblige. I hear you.
That was nice and simple. Excuse me.
Sometimes, lass, I'll be wondering why you muck about with this motley lot.
We are both mucking about with them, are we not?
Aye, but I be a furry blue pirate and you be... well, you.
I am a servant. My country has needs and I tend to them as best I can, regardless of company.
Play nice, everybody.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taona back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play. And now that we've got a real big brute for Aethys, we can put on a proper play. Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased.
She spreads her hands as if about to take a bow, but instead she snaps her fingers together and the stage darkens behind her, signaling the start of the show. Jaws, get off stage, buddy.
Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews, the Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. 2 ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Does she have a boat on her head? She does have a boat on her head.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're thinking to mutiny...
Land ho! Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We're doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the Dawn Stars, for they have summoned me. And now, I must feed.
Twill be the end for us, it will. Oh, Andra, take me now.
Holy shit.
And that's the story of how Aethys sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated.
I would
Plays aren't half so
They
entertaining.
goddamned loved us thanks to you.
like to nominate that for an Oscar. They had boats on their head. I would watch that again.
Thanks again for your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
How was I? Bloody marvellous, I bet.
I did it. I remembered me lines.
You go, you. Alright, I think that might be it for dunnage. Except for stuff that actually takes place outside of dunnage, if I had anything. So, gonna save it. Going to actually do ship. I can't do that. That's right. I gotta be at Nekataka. Never mind. We're going to go on our boat. And I'm going to get a look at the map here. In a moment's time. I received an important missive from Captain Aldi's. Read. Hello, Lovesim. I hear you've got a deal, another one, really, going on with Ferrante to muck around in a mess that is Crookspur Island. Before you go sailing in to do that Cockrot's bidding, come and have a chat with me, will you? I've got a proposition for you I think you'll find wickedly enticing. I'll reserve a berth for the Defiant at Fort Deadlight Stocks. Your most ruthless but truthful friend, or damn my blood, Aldi's. P.S. Bring some more candied nuts, you know how I like them. Can I make them this time? I think I have sugar now, don't I? Candied nuts. Oh, well, I'll make a candied nut, whatever. Alright. We'll stop and see her real quick. She's not that far away. She's what, down here? Yeah. Because maybe she has a better way of dealing with the slavers. Like death. Oh, storm time. Here we go. Heavy clouds darken the horizon. Clouds gather in the distance, a hazy curtain of rain hanging from them. Eld Ingram eyes the storm and spits. I wish this ship had a boatswain. There's someone better to have with you in a storm. The crew looks to you. Your orders? Raise Lord Darren's Volge towards the sky. Take us into the storm. The crew look to one another before setting to the task. The Defiant's ship talk, turns into the storm, sliding into the rain as if passing through a veil. The ship comes to troubled rest under the tormented skies. Lightning stabs across the clouds. You climb into the rigging, grasping tightly to the lines with one hand while thrusting the Volge skyward with the other. Blinding blue-violet arcs seem only feet away. As the Defiant crests a swell, it pushes you towards the raging elements above, and they deny to meet you, a ragged fork of energy falling from the clouds like a headsman's axe. The lightning strikes the weapon, running through it and into you. Sparks fly from your limbs as the whole of the world goes white around you and blooms of violet burst behind your eyes. When your sight returns, the sea is calm. The clouds form a smooth gray blanket above. The Volge feels heavier as if the weight of the storm resides within. You descend from the rigging to the cheers and clapping of the crew. Morale gained 8, 600 experience. The crew earned 1 sailor experience. Ooh. Alright, Static Thunder. On hit applies a stacking effect to the enemy. On crit, all enemies in an AoE will lose all stacks and take 10 shock damage for every stack. Enemies in the AoE will become disoriented. That is absolutely perfect for him with Carnage. I have a feeling I'm going to be using this weapon a good bit. Deal 30 critical hits with the weapon. Save it. Shame I can't do that every time. Yeah, that is going to be wicked for him, because he's already doing area of effect damage with Carnage. So you add that on top of it. I really got to use some WD-40 on his chair. It squeaks too damn much. Like a badass, like a barbarian. Alright, she should be at the court. I just noticed, because I've been in so many dark places lately, that shield looks really badass strapped across the deer's back. Speaking of badass. To command. You know, you could have just talked to the pirate by the entrance to go straight to Aldi's. No. I didn't know I could do that. Ah, well. I'll remember for next time. Assume I'll be back here. Let's see, you're in here. Probably told me last time I was here and I totally forgot about it because it's been so long.
Odd. I seem to be missing a cask of my favorite rum. But what can I do, you lovesome?
I brought you some candied nuts.
You do know how I like them. And how much they make me like you, Dove.
Her lips curl into a mischievous smile. As she munches on a handful of the nuts, the captain regards you with a deeper interest. What you want to meet about?
I've got a problem, Watcher. And I think you're just the captain to solve it. Me and Ferrante don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. Not least of which is the future of the Principe. We got few rules amongst us new bloods, but one of them is that you live free.
And die hard.
We steal and we might murder, but if you pledge to us, you're our blood, our family. Now, if I were to act in direct opposition to Ferrante, he'd use it to call a vote of the Council of Captains. He'd see me swinging by the neck. But no one's got a leash on you.
She said they might murder. So maybe they don't kill as much as the other guy. Ferrante seems like an asshole.
Which means if you were to, perchance, free the slaves at Crookspur, Ferrante couldn't do piss all about it. No one deserves to be enslaved by another. Understand?
Okay, I like you.
I'm asking you to sail to Crookspur to meet with one of mine. She's hiding within their midst, and will have insider information on the slavers.
How do I find your pirate at Crookspur?
She'll find you, Lovesome. You'll know her by her scar. It's a ghastly sight.
I've seen some pretty ghastly scars so far in this game, so... How's Ferrante connected with the slavers?
I've only suppositions to offer you, Lovesome. But I'd bet my swollenette Ferrante is attempting to gain standing with someone other than the slavers. Aiding the slavers is small fry for a captain like Ferrante. It wouldn't pay well enough to be worth the investment.
Plus they're friggin' slavers.
Nope, he's got ulterior motives, mark my words.
What can you tell me about the slavers?
I know they base their operations in the Deadfire out of Crookspur. I know they're small but ruthless. And they've run into problems shipping around the islands.
They're gonna run into some problems flying in little pieces once I get a hold of them. I'll go to Crookspur.
Find me when you've freed those slaves. I'll make it worth your while.
She nods her head.
Captain?
Goodbye. Alright, so that's good. We have a solution for the slavers. And that dude just fell right over. That was funny. To the boat. Alright, now, assuming we don't get any missives, we're gonna sail somewhere. Let me see what we got here. Need to get a look at the map. It is a mistake to like Audis. Interesting. Holy crap, this is a big map. Okay. I'm gonna sail around this lower corner here. There's a ruined tower. Coral River Delta. This location is above your level and will be a significant challenge. Blighted Bog, we definitely don't want to deal with that. That's some red skulls. Wonder how bad 3 skulls are, because that, shoot, what was that place? The Sepulture was 3 skulls, I think. 3 white skulls. Alright, everybody. I need to, hold up. I gotta resupply some food here. How the heck do I do it? I don't remember. Damn it. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Jesus God. Don't mind me. Here, have some beer. That'll make you happy. Lots of water. Three red skulls can mean anything between 4 levels above your level and anything up to 20 levels above your level. That would be bad. You guys can have some fish. And some tar loaf. Throw some rum in here. I'll give you a good bit of stuff so I don't have to worry about it for a bit. Have some milk. So never risk red skulls if you can avoid it, okay. Alright, let's see what these trees are all about. Fresh fruit 38. Here's a camp. Hardtack 27. We're gonna avoid down there. False Mouth Forest. Ruins of Amara's Roost. Let's see what's in this forest. If it's hard and I die a lot here trying to finish it up, I'll come back to this place. I gotta come back here anyway to deal with those red skulls. You smell them before you see them. Log of Faith corpses litter the area. Some are burned beyond recognition, while others have been crushed so badly they're little more than a greasy smear on the ground. That's a delightful thing to find. Search the area. Saw you, Liquid. You catch a flash of movement in your peripheral vision. You realize a large party of Log of Faith lie in wait for you in the surrounding jungle. No doubt they seek revenge for their fallen friends. Log of Faith let out an ululating cry and charged towards you. This might be tricky. Yeah, 5 of you. Hopefully that's all of you. That one's big. Ask 'cause you're a brood mother. Oh boy, 2 mages in the back. You're all mages. Okay, so that should mean I should be able to chop you up really easily. There's that. It should mean that. Whether it does or not, I don't know. Pelagina, go after that one. Sodi. Actually gonna have you lead off with Wicked Briars right about there. So I imagine these guys are gonna hold still. Seraphin, shoot somebody first. I'm gonna get ringleader maybe on him. So where the hell are you at? How close do you have to be with these guys for this? Let's try right there. Pelagina, you're doing a good job killing him. Killed one already. So to get back. Let's use Holy Power. Oh yeah, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. As long as we take down that brood mother quick, and it looks like we are. Nice. I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
Sure thing.
So was that all that was here then? Was it just here's some log of face, somebody killed him? Yeah, looks like it. Maybe it was like tribal war or something. Alright, let's head to Ruins of Amira's Roost. Several Log of Faith corpses. Okay, we're still dealing with Log of Faith corpses. Several Log of Faith corpses lie strewn across the entrance to the ruins in broken, boneless heaps. The blood dashed on the ground is bright red, still fresh. They must have died recently. This place doesn't look too big. These vines form the vanguard of the jungle's effort to reclaim this temple. I like that. Ooh, imp. Alright, I could take an imp.
Another tack, Cap.
I am ready.
This is foreboding.
Looks like
another imp.
trouble.
Take him. Another tack, Cap.
Sodi. Forgot about you.
Yeah.
Fish. Torch. Money. Some jade.
All right.
Big rooms are usually
enemies.
Bad news. Enemies where? Oh. Void Seer. What the hell is a Void Seer?
Yeah.
Bringing him to us.
Ready to.
Oh, you've got a friend here, Ironclad Construct.
Roll.
Steel Spine Warrior.
A shadow comes. Muddy the light.
Well, might as well see what happens.
On it.
Alright, get this guy.
Never you mind that.
His friends are coming. Excuse me. Hold on to the revive. Oh man, there's a few of you guys. Berserker, Imp, Void Seer, and that Construct. Oh, the Imp's, that skeleton's dead. Oh, he got knocked down. Oh hell, you teleported or you leapt. This might get bad. This may get bad. Okay. Let's see here. Sodi, try not to die here yet. Shared flames. Imp. Crap. Barbaric Roar. A deer. Don't need to worry about that yet, but use Vigorous Defense for the hell of it. Wish I could get closer with this, but... Oh, she's dazed. Paralyzed. Zodi, I don't think you're gonna make it. The only person that can heal you, I think, is Liquid, and Liquid's in the middle of some shit. Okay, you got saved. Liquid Crushing Blow. Pelagina, where'd you go in here? Leo Flynn. Oh, there's a named guy here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to handle this right now. I'll try, but... Oh, wait a minute. Abjuration. I forgot about this. Is that an area of effect? Oh, it's a seal. No, never mind.
Don't just stand there.
Pelagina, get down here and help her. I think Devotion drops your might. Yeah, it does. Penalty to all defenses and accrue burn damage. Right there. Seraphim, you need focus. Okay, that hurt him. He did not like that, but Zodi, I'm still going to lose you here. I think there's a hell of a lot I'm going to be able to do in time to heal you. Nope, you're dead. Pelagina, you can revive her, but it ain't going to matter right now because I'm still surrounded. Build up some more focus, Seraphim. Sworn enemy, this guy. Leofwin's almost dead. Steel Spine Warrior's almost dead. I can do this. Crushing Blow. No, hold on to it for a moment. Just attack him. I want to save that for these guys that aren't near death. A deer. Let's try that out, since it's in our inventory. Pelagina's second wind right now. Oh crap, these stupid tentacles. Alright, Steel Spine Warrior's dead. Liquid, get back up there. Seraphim. Oh shit, wait. Damn, I just realized something. I should be using... Steel Spine Warriors are probably... skeletons. Void Seers and Craghold. I vaguely remember them. I know I remember their name. Stick with what you've got for this. Go after that Leofin guy. Or woman, whatever that is. Seraphim. Pop a potion. I need something here to die. Okay, he's dead. That's good. Seraphim, second wind, real quick. Liquid, second wind.
Bleeding.
Okay. Leowin's still alive. I think they might be dead. Somebody died there. Yes, good job, Liquid. Okay. Immune to Pierce. Get this construct. You heal yourself. You get this imp. Pelagina, you're kind of just standing there. I don't know why you're doing that. Oh, you're mobilized. I would explain it. So stupid tentacles. Okay, good. We got help. Get up here. Shared flames.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Switch. No, never mind, don't.
Let's go.
Oh, you're immune to paralyze, you little jerk.
This is testing my endurance.
You go after that guy. You go after him. Okay, you're using Greater Lay on Hands. You're good. Liquid, pop a potion of moderate healing.
On your side.
Seraphim, you're not doing too well in this amp here, buddy. Drink the potion, Liquid. Come on, there you go. That did not heal you for much, did it?
Let's go.
Blind him. If I can get this damn construct out of here. Dazed it. Void Seer's dead, one of them.
That must have hurt.
Seraphim got the imp, lovely. Got him.
I don't think I can pull
It
that
takes a
off.
finger to blow her away.
The skeleton covered in metal or skeletons. It took me a minute. Either way, they're all dead. I did not think I was going to survive that fight. This is going to be a good day. I can feel it. I'm not going to die very much. It's one of those days where you play a little bit of a game and just kind of feel like it's going to be a good day. Grimoire. Some neat looking stuff in there for Aloth. Exceptional robe. Lay of Win. Whom I'm sure was important in some way. Superb large steel and superb large hammer. Hold on a second. Fine large shield. Let's switch these. And an exceptional mace and a superb warhammer. I think we're going to be swapping that. Yep. Give you a better blunt weapon. Superb battle axe and superb mace. Liquid, what do you... You're using just two-handed weapons this go around. Actually, most of you are. It's in my party here. Take your wing.
Captain.
Alright. Let's save it in case not everything came out of this room. The water dripping down from above tastes like cold stone and moss. Seraphin's discovered something.
Have yourself a look at that, mate.
Look at what? I don't see what you discovered. Did you discover something really far? Is that what you discovered? Amira's wing. Superb grants Hylian Squall. Crush damage, pushing enemies back and reducing their stride. Wilting Wind. Winter Wind. This would be really good for Takehu, I think, the way I believe I was starting to set him up. Hold on to that. There's a ring on the floor. Is it this little tiny thing here? Harmony. Oh, hell. Oh, okay.
I trust you.
Aw, somebody proposed marriage. Harmony. +1 resolve grants commitment. Grants additional resolve when near a bonded ally. Grants lover's bond. You and an ally can choose to bond with. You and an ally you choose to bond with become immune to intellect afflictions until the end of combat. Modest wooden ring was crafted with great care and detail. The inner surface is engraved with a symbol of two mountains joined by a diamond pattern, with the words "Our stars align" burned into the wood. The ring is tinged with a faint echo of lingering soul essence. Memories of affection and devotion swirl about it, and the wood practically vibrates with a giddy sense of anticipation. Someone who once held this ring was captivated by an unanswered question. When they got their answer, they were content to leave their cares behind, where they remain to this day. Zodi, I have a ring for you. It doesn't mean anything right now, but like, I'll just give that to you now.
Hmm? I got it.
Just gotta build to it, you know. Let's take the potion of physical prowess. This is gonna be my romance. No, cheesy would have been like if I was just like, Zodi, with this ring, I'd ask you if you could marry me. That's way too forward. She's blown a kiss at me, I think. I think that's like been the start of our relationship so far. It's about as far as it's gone. Alright, so we got that done. I'm gonna wipe out this island. Right, I'm going. Ruins of Amira's Roost. Name island. I can name the island? Damn it. I know I spelled that wrong. Deadlock of Faith Island. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Water. I like how you can actually name the damn island. Doesn't show up on the map, but it shows up on like the overall map here. That's neat. There are multiple islands across the Deadfire that you can name. There's going to be some funny names coming then. Alright. Let's, I think I just saved it, but in case I didn't, let's get this little place cleared out. A deep river that flows down from the island's central mountains meets the sea here, expanding into a broad delta. The azure water spreads to the east, remarkably calm and quiet. Gulls hang on the air above the shallows, intermittently diving in pursuit of food. A weathered skiff rests on the shore, and a galleon sets at anchor a mile or so off the coast. Fresh footprints in the sand lead inland along the side of the river. Follow the footprints. Follow the path inland. Unlike the sea, the river's waters churn on the way down from the hills. On the far side of the water stands the crumbled ruins of an ancient tower. A huge lake, the river's source, spreads before you, ringed almost entirely by walls of sheer rock. It is fed by towering waterfalls that cascade down the island's rocky promontories. Near the shore, you see a group of kith, along with an ogre and imp in freebooter dress. Hide in the undergrowth. Nice, a deer. You're disappointing me compared to the first game. Though you expertly slip behind a rock, a deer dislodges a small stone, sending it bouncing down the hill. The pirates go quiet, all looking up at you. A hider by that rock, squeaks the imp, pointing at a deer. I saw it first. A deer is apparently going to become the Durance of this game and just mess everything up. One of the kith, a sharply dressed young man, steps forward, his hand hovering near the grip of his blade. Don't mind him, he's a klutz. The pirate bows low at the waist, his left hand fanning out the tail of his fine Valian coat. His right hand, however, remains near the grip of his weapon. He straightens, his dark eyes holding yours.
Renetti, my boy. Been a tick or 12 since I last seen you. See you still be keeping the finest company.
He nods towards the ogre and winks.
Seraphine, I'd said it was a bullshit when I heard you'd left the gentleman, but I was clearly in the wrong.
His smile falters.
An odd choice, that, given where things stand with Remaro. I'm not one to start a fray I don't have to, bon amico, but I'm very curious as to just what in the name of WoW you're doing here.
Trying to train my tank not to be a klutz. I take it you don't know who I am.
Merle, you're that watcher from the Reach, aren't you? The one making good with the Principe. Still, the question requires asking and answering alike. Why are you here?
I'd be happy to take that chest off you for a reasonable price.
Look, I assure you that you want absolutely no part in what's in this box. The god's damned blade has a curse on it. It's made an absolute mess of our ship. Ruined 2 of my coats.
Renetti shakes his head.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Well, perhaps on my worst enemy.
He chuckles, brushing a knuckle across his chin.
And some of my more boorish friends. That might provide an evening's amusement.
This guy doesn't seem like an asshole. A curse? What kind of curse?
The details, I assure you, amico, are not fit for polite company. They're really quite, descant.
Just tell me already. Renetti sighs and pinches the bridge of his nose.
The men who made that damnable thing call it puke stabber. It's an apt name, and that's all I'll say of it.
Tenwin, is there any reason I would want to pay 8,100 copper for something called a puke stabber? Why does that name sound familiar? Puke stabber, puke stabber. Motherfucking puke stabber. You seem excited about that. Does that mean I should buy it? It's a very interesting, unique weapon. Ah, hell. What's the point of money if you don't use it? The ogre whistles and Renati scowls at him. He considers stroking his chin.
450 obles. That's a lot of gold. Or a lot of whatever you give me. We pirates and our mixed currencies, nah?
Finally, he nods and accepts a very heavy purse.
Here, for the chest.
He hands you a small brass key.
I hope you own an extensive wardrobe.
Boy,
Seraphine, this is all you.
Done.
It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. Puke stabber. Superb. Epic hangover. Mean drunk grants mean drunk. Puke stabber stokes the fire in the wielder's belly, infusing their mind and body with drunken rage. Increases melee attack speed and melee damage while under the effects of alcohol. Enchant. Mad drunk grants mad drunk. Looks like it raises all that. Grants numb, minus 10 damage from melee attacks while under the effects of alcohol. So you gotta be drunk to really make use of this thing. Debauchery. Chance to cause target to stop and vomit on critical hit. That actually sounds helpful. Iron stomach. Hangovers no longer cause vomiting and bad food no longer sickens wielder.
Captain. Done and done.
That is perfect for you, Seraphim. Minus 10%. Okay.
Something I can do?
Whoop. You have anything else to
If it
say?
ruined your shirt, well, fair warning fairly given, nah?
Gives you awesome upgrades when you're drunk, however, it also gives you a permanent hangover.
What do you need? Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna stick that with you, Seraphim, for a while. Just hope you don't have to go melee, because hangovers suck. I like this exploring thing. I'm enjoying this. Alright, let's go to this ruined tower. This fragment of a fallen keep stands like a monument to ruin and a beacon for plunder. You find a ruined tower rising from the top of a low hillock. The wooden stone structure is stained by oily, smoky residue, and a smattering of masonry is spread out from the tower's base in a wide fan. It seems to have suffered from some kind of explosion. Take some time to search the tower. Battle-worn grimoire. Hammer and chisel. Silver louche. 3 scoria. And that's all that. I'm hungry. No, you aren't. Here, drink some grog. It's for the good of the party. Alright, we're gonna avoid that bog for now. Looks like we're still good on everything. Who are you? Trade ship. Alright, let's head down here. There's the border of the map. Found something. Corroded wasteland. There's red skulls. Abandoned village. There's some stuff on here. Let's see what's going on. Let's check out this village. Search location. Three mouth char. Fire kelp. Scoria. Tar loaf. Let's check these ruins out. It's only 2 skulls, so this should be a little bit easier. Searing hot winds rip across the dunes. You shield your face from the onslaught, but it's of little use. Sand makes its way in every vulnerable little crevice it can find. You spot a structure ahead. Don't touch the corroded wasteland, there's a mega boss there. We will avoid that then. Up close, it appears to be the ruins of an ancient Huana building, perhaps a temple. An obscured entrance leads into the sand-covered hillside. Seraphin's already discovered something.
Yourself a look at that, mate.
Is there something else really tiny here that I'm not seeing? Seraphin, you're gonna have to be like a little bit more specific when you tell me you found something. I wonder if it just didn't highlight because I came into the place out of the scene thing there. Island name, Little Sandy Island. Don't think you should be here. There's a lot of high-level traps. Except Little Sandy Island. Alright, I'm gonna take your advice on that one then. If I end up anywhere where it's gonna be like really rough at my level, go ahead and tell me. I'm pretty much just kind of looking to see what I can find on the maps right now. We'll save that one then for later. Not too broken up about doing the whole place right now. Oh, what's this? Got a small island here. Clear that off the map. I'm real particular about Fog of War. There's a ruined tower here. This looks safe enough. Valium Mill. Such sites are convenient meeting places for merchants. Hi. Just fill up on some stuff. Open castle. Trade. Let's pick some fruit. Burial site. While wandering the Deadfire countryside, you stumble upon a site used frequently for ritual cremations. Beside the flagsmiths of earth where a pyre might have been sits a small crypt full of beautiful baskets containing cremated remains. Agates. 3 scoria. Nothing left but the dead. Some ale. Another ruined tower. Find a ruined tower rising up from a low hill lock. Inkies always say the same thing. I'm not going to read every one. 2 potions of the attuned self. Three Rahi pods. Spellwright's Grimoire. And 15 water. I like that. An island with loot, nothing else. Ooh. There we go. Medical supplies. Some fruit. Solitary rice farm looks bountiful enough to welcome trade. Buy everything. Kangadi Islands. 12 hardtack. Water, ale, rice wine. Take care of me for a while. Ooh. Amira's Whisper, Temple of Tangaloa ruins. Imposter's Lament. Waves batter a splintered hull that doggedly refuses to sink. Whoever abandoned this may have left something behind. Oh, just can't get past the river, I guess. About Amira's Whisper. Light fog curls about your ankles. Breathless, whispering voices call to you from the darkness. They cry in half-uttered sentences, in moans, gurgles, and screams. What few words you can make out among the chorus beg for mercy, for an end to their pain. Step into the fog, because that's safe. Wisps wind around your torso and cling to your skin. The cries become shouts, and the chorus screams. Fog thickens until you see nothing but its swirling ghostly shape. Dark forms appear in the fog. They encircle you one moment and disappear the next. Let's ask Zodi to draw the spirits into her lantern. I think it's time for you, lost lot, to find a light. This way now, that's right. Dense fog swirls into Zodi's lantern. You hear the faint tink of metal striking the ground. You bend down to examine it and discover a small necklace. Stone in its center sparkles with the red of a fire's dancing flame. Unhindered by the fog, you are now free to continue exploring the island. Yuli's Locket. Plus 10 accuracy against spirits, plus 1 in intellect. Zodi, what do you got on your neck here? Plus 1 intellect, okay. Plus 1 perception. Activates near death. You know what? You could use intelligence. Alright, so far so good. You stumble upon an ancient shipwreck. 15 milk. Man, this game loves, like, old rotted milk that we have no problem picking up and putting into our pack. 324 silver loose. Imperial long gun. That's a cannon. 18 rice. Is that long gun better than what I have? Ideal range 200, 500 meters, 4 turns, 6 to 9. Reload times longer, 6 to 9. It's got a little bit more range to it, but it takes longer to reload. Temple of Tangaloa Ruins. Ooh, fruit. Fresh fruit. Ahead of you lie the ruins of an ancient complex. As you near the tumbled down stone entrance, you notice several curious drawings scrawled across the stone in a flaking brown paint. You bend down to get a better look and discover that the drawings depict violent images of decapitations, dismemberings, hangings, and sundry other terrors. Light from distant torches flicker on the ruined walls. Unintelligible words float to you on a breeze that reeks of carrion and metallic tang of blood. Another nice safe place. This doesn't have any scare. That's a oof. Somebody in here has an injury. I don't need any of this, I don't think. Someone's got a laboratory here, it sounds like.
There.
Enemy spotted. Crazed Marauder.
Up ahead. Sure thing.
Just shoot this guy in the back, it's okay. Yeah, these guys can't be that bad. What all we got? We got a Crazed Marauder, Captain Angfor. Crazed Warlock. Yeah, get a little bit closer. Got a priest in the back. Crazed Zealot. Ah, you jerks had to move. Okay, here. Attack. Let's Puppet Master. What the hell is that? Ogre Pirate.
Let's go.
Alright, so to get back. Devotions for the Faithful. Actually, you know what? No. Because they're Dominator right now. That's going to hurt our Dominator friends. We don't want that. Shoot the Priest. Priest is dead. Okay, now do something about him. Pelagina sworn. Enemy. Ow, damn it. That was unacceptable. Let's stun this dude. Pelagina. Sure. AI active, because you're acting awfully weird. Well, that's because of me there, but... Alright, fine, you're not acting weird.
I am ready. Of course.
That or they like their meat raw. What do we got? Fine mail, bunch of junk. Blood-soaked grimoire. Some meat. Well, they got kith meat here, so apparently they do like their meat raw and from fellow human beings and other assorted races. Bones scored by jagged cuts and picked clean of meat and marrow lie in disorganized heap. Hatchet. Kith meat recipe. Everybody get your pens ready. Paper is ragged-edged and stained with grease. Notes in a barely legible hand detail the preparation of a dish from the cook's childhood called sweet tongue terrine, but substituted with meat of an unusual provenance. God, I can't talk. At the bottom, someone has scrawled, "Make for Olena and John when I get back home." Huh. Oh, hey, oh, you're alive. Just give me a moment. Don't want things to, like, go bad in here. I need to get them real quick and preserve them. I'm sure you understand. Turquoise, some golden dukes, and some more kith meat. I got a ton of kith meat out of this. If I get desperate, run out of food on a ship, we got something. You find a middle-aged dwarf tied to a post, a pile of bloody refuse scattered at his feet. His beard is a matted mess and his face is streaked with dirt. Despite his haggard state, he twists against his bonds when you approach.
Bless your knickers. You're just in time. Another moment more and I would have been dinner.
Bless my niggers. What happened here?
It's a right sorry tale, I'm afraid to say. Our ship, a beautiful ship she was too, ran aground in a storm. Waves so high we couldn't see a damn thing, you understand? Come to discover this here island's about as barren as an ancient lecher's bed. Not a scrap of nothing edible on it. And none of us were especially keen to take our turn about the wheel, so...
He trails off, unable to meet your eyes, so you guys resorted to cannibalism.
As the months wore on and no one came looking for us, we started running low on crew and, victuals. I think what few of us were left here at the end might have gone a little nutty.
Seems like it. Who are you?
Jordan, red-handed of the Impostors Lament. Well, formerly of the Impostors Lament.
He laughs a little too loudly.
Something of a lifelong deckhand I am. Picked up cooking in the last few months, too. Meat's my speciality. On account of the, well, you know, the business here. With the cannibalism. My wrists thank you mightily.
He takes a moment to flex and bend his hands, working circulation back into them. His lips twist into a grimace when he runs his fingers over the deep bruises of ropes left.
Say, you got a ship? Couldn't get here without one, right?
I flew.
You by chance have any spots open for an old dwarf like me? I might not look it, but I'm a deft hand with the rigging. Can even cook some.
I think I might just have you stick with rigging. Welcome to the crew of the Defiant.
I owe you one, Captain. A death like this, I'm not sure I'll ever be able to repay you. You like stew? I got a great recipe. Flavor's real different, like nothing you ever tasted. I'll make it for you. You know, in thanks.
He gives you a quick wink and a nod before heading back to the ship. That sounds like it might be...
I am ready.
Delicious. You're this guy. Good, you're a better deckhand and you were a cook. That's awesome.
Will do.
Some of the bones in this pile are cracked and bleached with age. Scoria and some money. Alright. Morning Star and a rapier. Or savior, I think I was. Money. Angford's Journal. 3 in Auton, 2827 AI. I found this water-stained notebook at the bottom of my satchel, and now, having no use for it, I must record my thoughts, or I fear I will grow mad in the solitary confinement of my own head. Months have passed, and still we are stranded on this cursed island. What few supplies we had with us at the time of our calamity have dwindled away to little more than dust and crumbs. When it became clear that we would be trapped on this island for some time, we began to ration our food. It was half rations at first, but as the days wore on and help became ever less a possibility and ever more a dream, we took only 1 meal a day, then 1 meal every 2 days. Fresh water, at least, is plentiful. It bubbles up from a crack in the stone near the ruins. No doubt it is pushed to the surface by some unseen force of volcanism. I should have liked to have had my instruments on hand to record its rate of flow and volume, but those are long since gone, likely resting at the bottom of the sea. Our numbers shrink day by cursed day. Always now my clothes smell of rancid meat, of sweat and smoke. The jerky we made from Carol's thigh has gone off. We had thought he might survive the amputation, but he passed away in the night 2 days ago from a fever in his blood. 16 Prialton 2827 AI. We have better learned how to cure our meat, but our blades have gone dull, and we have only seawater with which to cleanse them. None have survived an amputation since Carol's tragic passing, so we no longer bother with the practice. Worse to pity, I was becoming an old hand at it. Eloise was lost to us today. It pains me to write the words, so her passing comes as no surprise. She drew the shortest reed. Her necklace I intend to keep, but it has gone missing since her death. I always thought it suited her that the stone matched the light in her eyes. I wanted to remember that light. Perhaps someone is hiding it, though I do not know why they would do me such an unkindness. I was meant to have it. She never said as much, but I know. I will perform a search of the other's belongings when next I have the midnight watch. Woe betide the thief. 13 Majuton 2827 AI. Chill wind has found us. It blows ceaselessly across the isle, whipping our shelters into disarray and peppering our meals with sand. We take shelter in the nearby ruins, though I am loath to do it. Always that place had seemed to me befouled by some unfriendly spirit, for I hear whispers when the wind blows. They cry for mercy, for salvation. Another of the crew has disappeared this morning. Some suspect he tied stones to his wrists and walked himself into the sea, but they are wrong. I saw him walk while he was dreaming, with jerky movements not his own. He wandered deep into the ruins and did not return. 20 Majuton 2827 AI. So few of us remain. I envy them, the departed. Their souls are returned to the wheel and free to find new lives to lead. We unlucky few receive no such boon, and that is what we have given them, a gift. We suffer so that they might be free. Our Lendir says we might fashion a raft large enough to escape this place. He is mad. We belong to this island now as it belongs to us. That was a neat little find. I need a drink now after that. So wait, is there more to this ruin then? Because I don't see another exit. Must not be. Unless they meant deeper into the ruins, as in like another room or something. Island name. Cannibal Island. Simple enough. I mean, call it what it is. Shipwreck. Sift through the wreckage. Medical supplies. Huana colors. Fire kelp. Hammer and chisel. Crookspur. Stay in its general area for a moment. Palm slats. Oh, that's where we started off at, wasn't it? Yeah, because there's Port Machi. What's this over here? Take some fruit. Water leaf. Or water. I don't know why I said water leaf. Muriel the Mad. Wonder how mad she is. Oh, this looks promising. Rust. Okay, you're a construct. I thought you were some dude in really big armor. And you've got some revenants with you. Alright, it shouldn't be too bad.
Scallywag. Toe cap.
Come and get it. Dear, you go right there. You four, wait patiently. I know that's hard for you to do, but wait patiently.
Sure.
Come and get it. All right.
Let's go.
Commence with killing. Wow, he went down quick. Okay, these guys are nothing. Let's detonate the mad lady. Can't get to her.
Sorry,
Blessings be upon you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first bounty. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I rank her mad level at about a 2. I've seen angrier. Stone of Power. +1 intellect grants power surge. This is like the third necklace I found is +1 intellect. Boost power level for the duration of the fight. Hold on to that for now. Give that to somebody who's not in the party right now. Padded armor, fine rod.
Mm-hmm.
Pyrite.
I hear you.
Got anything else on you? Nothing in the tent. Alright, so I actually did find a quest to do while I was doing all this. Palmstone. Tarloaf. There was some quest that wanted me to explore the islands around Port Maji, so technically I'm doing that right now anyway. Kind of getting that done. Pair of supplies. The Steel Preacher. You're a Red Skull. We're not going to bother with you. Let's head back towards the port and kind of make a circle around it. They are. Whoever came up with the idea for shanties while you're sailing around, that's smart. Gives you something to listen to, too, besides just water. Let's check this out. Abandoned village. Fire kelp. Tar loaf. Palmstone. Scoria. Find what food hasn't yet perished, so they were specific about it. Rice. Alright, let's get out of here. Some more supplies. Fresh fruit. And some water. If I mentioned recently I love this whole having a boat and being able to sail around thing, this is fun. The Huaro. You're sailing past the reef when Venizi shouts out, pointing to port. There lists a ship stranded in the middle, perched on a narrow shoal. It tips and rolls with the passing waves. Hanging from its mast is a blue flag showing an image of a crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Ironic. Your crew gathers around, murmuring in low, excited voices. Eld Engram rushes to the railing. Captain, that's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what sorts of treasures it's got. Rumdum Rogeri snorts. Gift-bearers carry sentimental junk, worthless stuff. No, that's a smuggler's ship. Classic disguise. Hama spits into the water. And it's a fucking stupid one. Gift-bearers only visit landlocked settlements. That's a trap. Thoughts? Choose a party member. Zodi. With your bruised ribs, I should probably rest at some point. My sickle cuts through smugglers just as easy as Kith, easier maybe. Licking her bottom lip, Zodi studies the seemingly stranded vessel. Seraphim strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk. Seraphim. Ain't a trap, Captain. Ship be too smashed to shift for that. Might be too smashed to shift for salvage, too. Seraphim scratches the back of his head as he peers at the vessel. With a shake of the head, Pelagina frowns and says nothing. Are you not digging the pirate's life, Pelagina? Medir apparently has nothing that he thinks about. What was that about the gift bearers, Rumdum Rogeri? Fixes a pensive frown on the wreck. No offense, Captain, but the service of Andra collect things people want to forget and consign them to the sea. Anything gift bearers might be carrying would be stuff nobody wants. Not necessarily, because that dwarf was trying to get rid of something that was actually valuable in White March in the first game. Prepare a skiff or row out and climb the hull. You row the skiff above the reefs, waves tossing it, the bottom of the small boat occasionally scraping across the jagged structure below. Tie off on a snag of coral next to the wreck. The water is rough and the hull slick with brine, but you're able to find purchase between the shifting planks. Climb up. You pull yourself up using bent planks and barnacles for holds. You've almost reached the main deck when a wave slams against the ship. You hear a crash from somewhere below as the vessel rocks. Your legs slip out from under you and your fingers dig into wet lumber. A deer falls off the side of the ship. Your grip holds. Okay, never mind. I take that back, Adir. I won't insult you. Once the ship settles, you resume your climb and make it to the safety of the deck. The ship is deserted. You don't even find corpses. If the ship had a skiff, it's missing too. Search for salvage. Find several assorted crates of supplies and several more of assorted odds and ends. Handkerchiefs, beads, jewelry, cracked scrimshaw, a child's doll. Got some ammunition and medicine. You think back to Rum Dum Risheri's comments and wonder if this might have been a smuggler's vessel after all. Search for evidence of smugglers. Seraphim. Frowning, Seraphim points out a series of scuff marks along the deck, as if a box of junk has been repeatedly moved over the same spot. You slide it aside and find a trap door underneath. Within rests a small chest brimming with gold shillings. Sweet. Seraphim whistles, smuggler's outdraw. On the coins rests a small figurine of an imp of all things. Laughing imp cameo. I could summon 2 brine imps with that. Load your stuff onto the skiff and row back to the ship. Let's keep going around Port Maji. We were over there. Back up here. What's this? Palm slats. Let's grab this first. Medical supplies. This looks like a little village. Solitary rice farm. Just gonna buy everything for now because I don't know how long I'm gonna be away from a store. So I'm kind of just roaming around here. It's nothing. Oh yeah, there is some down here. Glad I looked. I wasn't going to. Tihika fishing pools. You stand on a forecastle gazing out at clear skies and gentle seas. Chattering of your crew darkens, adopting an ominous tone. Gathered at the starboard railing, they peer out at the sea. By the gods, Hema mutters. The surface of the sea swells. An enormous glowing shape is surfacing. What in whale's name is that? Giants of the deep, or the Mad says. Huana says they live at the bottom of the sea, where they can be near the heart of the world and surface only once in a great while. It is considered rare luck to see one. A long, pale creature breaks the surface of the water. Its skin is translucent and freckled with phosphorance. You can make out the ghostly outlines of luminous organs beneath it. The creature rolls slowly, staring back at you with a glowing blue eye. The nerve behind it is as thick as a halyard. Orada Mad smiles. This one is still young. Thoughts crew. Hema leans over the railing. Plenty of meat on the beast. A prize like that could feed us for days. With the captain's permission, Hema smiles hopefully. Others murmur eager assent. Beodul grins fiercely. A query worthy of the Lord of the Hunt. Let's have some excitement, Captain. Nodding, Hamus smiles. Aura the Mad steps back, appalled. He'd slay one of Nagati's children and squander his blessing? We're gonna let it pass in peace. We got enough food. Beodul sighs as the crew members resume their duties. You sail on. Adir is approving of that. Morale lost 5. You'll get over it. Drink some beer. Yet the magnificent creature continues alongside your ship for many hours. A low, mournful music rises above the light percussion of the waves, and a gentle peace envelops your crew. When night falls, the beast is beside you still, a comforting light in the darkness. By morning it is gone, but the sense of calm it brought remains. Can I get some plus morale for that, everybody? Yeah, free experience, -5 morale. Ought to throw you all over the deck. Always trust your captain. We were over there. This should be the border. Let's see. Let's chart a course north. Reef. Wakahara Reef. We got a lot of stuff around here. Fang Strait. Water darkens off the starboard bow of your ship, and jagged spurs and spits rise from the waves in the near distance. Raised voices carry from the helm. The Teotora Marvel is near here. Every sailor must see it. Every sailor must see it once. Hamus' hands are clasped together in urgent entreaty. But Beodul is clenching the wheel with white-knuckled determination. I don't care if it's Andra's salty bosom. We're not sailing through a reef. Beodul notices you and relaxes. Captain, help me talk sense into Hema. Hema gapes at you both. Miss our chance? Sailors wait weeks for weather and seas to smooth. If you ever wanted to see the Teotora Marvel, this is the time. Some of the other crew have gathered to listen, a hopeful shine in their eyes. What is the Teotora Marvel? Hema shrugs. It's supposed to be a grand sight, an ancient mystery. I haven't seen it myself. Eld Engram nods. A graybeard I crewed with claimed to have seen it, swore it brought him 10 years of good health and favorable winds. The other sailors murmur eagerly. Beodul sighs. Even if this marvel is close, there's no guarantee we'll see it by going through this reef. Aura the Mad, what's the condition of our hull? Aura the Mad grins. It's in good repair, Captain. I wouldn't sail through a reef myself, but if there's a good time to try, this is it. Let's live dangerously. Take us through the reef. Dead coral just from the surface, grasping above like the legs of a spider, and the wind whistles as it passes across the jagged structures. Below the water, schools of fish flash among the brilliant reefs. Beodul. Beodul attempts to guide the ship through the reef, but with a shudder that rattles your bones, the vessel scrapes against the reef. Sound of tearing wood echoes across the deck, and hands scatter, descending into the hold to locate and repair any damage before it spoils the stores. That could have been worse. He got some experience out of it. Excuse me. The variegated shallows give way to blue depths. An enormous sinkhole opens around you, yawning wide enough to swallow a fleet. Beodul sighs with relief as Hema searches the horizon for any sign of the mythical marvel. The Defiant sails on. Alright, we got some morale back and be able to gain a rank, so worst things could happen there. I'm alright with that. Pure cow. Cannon shot. Bounty here, maybe.
Ahoy, Cap. Bend your ear a tick.
Seraphim sighs, pinching the bridge of his blue nose between forefinger and thumb. Yeah, this is a great time to have a talk. Let's do it.
Shody seems a right fine lass and all, but, well, she asked me to pick around in the forts. Told her I didn't see nothing. I bounced right off of her. But that were a lie.
Oh, Jesus Christ, of course you lied. You were talking. What'd you see?
Darkness, Cap. And little but. Then fires. Make an ash of everything.
A lady fit for a barbarian. He shudders and you feel a cold wave roll off of him like being doused by a stormy swell. It washes over you and you find yourself aboard the Defiant's main deck. Something unseen presses down upon you and you hear the ship groan beneath you. Keep watching. You're alone, save for the corpses. Seraphim, Adir, Pelagina, Zodi, and so many others. Their wide, unblinking eyes reflect the burning sky above, and the dark sea beneath you churns as if boiling. With a crash like thunder, the ship breaks apart, and you plunge into water that is either so cold it burns, or so hot that it freezes you solid. The vision washes past, and you find yourself looking at the blue Orlan. That was unpleasant.
I touched her mind for a second, but felt something pull me in and keep me trapped for what seemed like days. I ain't seen its like before. Sometimes, old sorts get nightmares so that I can't bunk around them. But they usually ain't this flavor of apocalyptic.
If it were you, would you want to know? Seraphim examines his boots through his narrowed eyes.
Right, fair point, Cap. We all deserve a fighting chance against our demons. And mayhaps I can help the lass stack the odds in her favor.
Because I actually wasn't going to tell her, but okay. She was worried enough before. Hi. Sigil of Darkness. I'm going to bet I probably need to destroy that before I kill you, fellas. Pure cow. This can't be that bad. There were no skulls.
Take them down. Up ahead.
Is it just you three? So to go shoot that thing. I don't know what that is.
Let's go.
No. Keep killing it. Sweet. Token of Faith. +2 resolve. In case we need resolve later, we'll hold on to that. Bring in the Solitary Wanderer. +1 resolve grants Lone Wolf. Damn it. Oh, you put it in your inventory. -35% hostile effect duration. While there are no allies nearby, become exceptionally resistant to hostile effects. Actually, wait a minute. Seraphim, you're usually away from people a bit. I'll give that to you.
Not a bad bit of tackle, Cap. Ahoy.
I like the look of this place. I gotta level you guys up. Intimidate, athletics. Refreshing defense. Each time the fighter takes damage, the duration extends. I use that a time or two. Let's take that. Clear out. Spell resistance. Improved critical. Fighters' disengagement attacks have greatly increased accuracy and damage. Yeah, let's go with that. It's an easy level up for a change. Survival and athletics. Lion Sprint. Becomes able to charge with reckless abandon, gaining the nimble inspirations from Beld's immunity to engagement. Next attack made during sprint gains a large amount of accuracy. Shove enemies back. Improved critical. Increases the amount of damage dealt by critical hits. Hell yes. Brute force. Barbarian hits so hard that ordinary means of defense can be easily overpowered. On attacks that normally target deflection, the barbarian will instead attack fortitude if it is the lowest defense. We'll go with that because I'm not using anything involving wild sprint. Seraphim. Mind Plague. Destroy an enemy's memory with calculated accuracy, confusing and dazing them before rapidly jumping to additional enemies. Amplified Wave. I used this a lot in the first game. Does it work the same? Foe AoE. Knocks enemies in the area of effect prone. Beautiful. We're taking that. Disintegration. Burns away to ethereal sinew that holds together the mind, body, and soul of targeted enemy, causing it to rapidly take raw damage. Targets have had their health reduced to 0, disintegrate, and non-existence. Spell resistance. Cypher spell affects the target's enemy's will gain bonus accuracy and improved critical. Increases the amount of damage dealt by critical hits. Let's go with disintegration. Pelagine's quest is done, and one more range DPS would be efficient. You know what? Yeah, because I was actually planning on taking her out before, and then I forgot all about it. We'll put in Maya in a second for some variety. I've not really used her at all since I got her. Pillar of Holy Fire. Summons a flaming pillar of righteous anger, burning everyone. Okay, that's AoE. That's everybody, not foe AoE. Summons an extra planar ally loyal to the priest. Salvation of Time. Plus 10-second duration of beneficial effects. Increases the amount of damage by critical hits. Reduces the amount of time it takes to complete a weapon summoning spell's cast. Just quicker summoning. Grants a chance to completely resist the effects of a hostile spell. Now, Salvation of Time. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will give you this. Wonder how strong this extra planar ally is. 30 seconds. Go with that. No. That guy must have been a bounty. grab this real quick and then we'll get Maya. Alright, Pelagina. I gotta go on the actual ship, I think, right? Oh no, my bad, it's the rest icon. I keep forgetting how to do those. I need the rest, come to think of it. Actually, while we're here...
Damn me, the cops run dry.
I don't know if I ever even talked to Takehu. You catch Takehu glancing your way. He quickly focuses elsewhere and smooths back his hair when he notices your attention. Is something on your mind?
Is there anything the Watcher does not see?
Takehu grins, but the look quickly diminishes.
We have both seen the worst of the city. How the Raparu cluster like sea rats.
Takehu's hand unconsciously strays toward his stomach.
Without Delver's Row, Onakaza must work harder to deserve the trust of the Raparu. How did the stone walls and paved lanes of Nekataka divide us so?
He sighs, shaking his head.
You have walked the length of Nekataka's spine. How would you serve the needs of all these people at once?
I start with what you have and find a better system.
Akera, a practical solution, and one open to change.
Nodding, Takehu absently tugs at one of his hairs. For a moment, he seems totally withdrawn. Eventually, he snaps back into focus, regarding you with a smile which seems both genuine and strained.
I was hard-pressed to find insight like yours in Pariki's Overlook.
Some of the tension leaves Takehu's shoulders, and he stands a little taller than before. Got more questions.
You have questions? Akera, I have answers.
The Kahanga royalty seems very taken with you.
Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say.
Takehu smooths back his hair at both hands as he gathers his thoughts.
If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island.
Takehu bites his thumbnail and sighs. I can tell you don't want to be anyone's savior.
Akera, yes.
Takehu draws in a deep breath and nods, savoring your words.
I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say?
He brings up his gaze to meet yours. No one should pressure you to be something you're not.
But it is the adoring people who made Takehu the savior of the tribes.
He shrugs, sighing.
Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced.
You're being strangely dismissive of your worth.
I only dismiss what others would make of me. Akera, I know what I am.
Hesitating at first, Takehu envelops your hand into his, the scales along his palm both prickly and warm. Just as it seems he will break away, instead he leans in closer.
I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Takehu seems ready to say more. He stops himself and releases you from his grip. World around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention, the pull centering from Takehu's soul. Surrender. Excuse me. You stand in a grand hall, underwater and cloaked in oppressive shadows. Pillars of coral and bone reach up to support a ceiling that must be hundreds of fathoms away. Chandeliers lit with bioluminescent globes dangle from long ropes, swaying in languid, tentacular motions. At the furthest end of the hall sits Andra, as tall as a castle keep and leaning forward in her throne. She has adopted the head of an anglerfish and regards you with his globular stare. and I have a really hard time taking her seriously because she has adopted the head of an anglerfish. Her sickle-shaped jaw opens and closes in a rictus of conflicted emotions.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual.
A talking anglerfish head. A silky, distant voice asserts itself in your thoughts.
I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end.
Sadness and regret creep into her tone, but something about them rings falsely to your ears.
How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
You hear a smile in her words.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
Presence withdraws, leaving you unsteady on your feet. Oblivious, Takeu offers a broad, showy smile. Ask some questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Your mother has spoken about you.
Ngati spoke to you.
Skeptical, Takeu cradles his chin and considers.
To leave her son guessing. This is my tricksome mother through and through.
She seems to care about your well-being.
What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Ikera, but send her my fondest wishes.
Where did you live prior to Nekataka?
The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, Father called me his blue topaz boy.
Did he now? Takeu scratches the back of his head and grins. Have any other notable godlike come from Atua?
Doubtless, I say. But I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once.
Your birth must have been a big event.
Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather.
He beams with pride.
They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island. Or so the Mataru predicted.
What did you do around the island?
I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say. When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahanga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's chosen into the Watershapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency.
Back to my previous questions.
Ikera, speak on.
Tell me about water shaping, Takeu.
The art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people.
Takeu stands tall and grins with pride.
Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping.
What are these forms?
Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not water. Ikera, this is the form of grief, a beginner's test.
Takeu closes his eyes and sweeps out his hands, exhaling sharply.
The body's internal water is a force that conquers all. Even the mountain will bow to the stream. The form of hope, I say.
Takeu crosses one leg before the other and sways on a spot.
Water commands its vessel, and the vessel can be shaped as surely as the mountain. The form of metamorphosis, Ikera?
Takeu opens his eyes, which now resemble polished onyx. His smile is hungry, predatory. He blinks and the effect is gone.
The art is a challenge to grasp, difficult to master, and impossible to perfect. Unless you are Ngati's chosen, I say.
Let's be off. Alright, Maya wants to talk to us. There she is up there.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
Same to you, buddy. Hey, it's Worthless Idiot.
I joined crew. Who worthless now, Arkamir?
Hell yeah, you tell him.
This be important, lass, so listen close. Whatever you be owing a watcher, you don't owe your life. You ever be wanting to leave, you just pack right up and ship out.
Why would I want to leave? I like it here.
Just saying, lass. You don't own you. Nobody does.
Listen, I kidnapped this baby myself. Don't be putting any ideas in her head. Alright.
I should come clean about something, Captain.
Maya scratches back of her head, sighing. Speak your mind.
Atsura didn't set me loose just so I could stay busy. Fact of the matter is, he gave me a job to do.
He wants you to kill me.
I've got this stack of missives I need to deliver. Noble errand, right?
She shows you a small collection of scrolls in her pack, all judiciously sealed with the sigil of the Royal Deadfire Company. You've gained an item. 2 sealed Royal Deadfire Company missives. Okey-doke.
The company has a lot of people working away from headquarters, and Atsura trusted me to get these in the right hands. I hope that isn't a problem.
I'll see that we make the deliveries in good time.
Appreciate it, Captain. You'd be doing Atsura and the company a big favor.
She grins.
This one's bound for Harama, and acquaintance. Good sailor. He's somewhere off in Tikawara.
She holds up a single scroll.
And these are for Tuaha, an old friend stationed in Port Mage. You meet some strange types in the Navy.
I had some questions.
I've got some answers.
I don't have any questions, actually. Let's be off. Alright, well, we can deliver to one to Port Machi because we're fairly close to it once we get out of these reefs. It's down here. Let's see if anybody else has anything to say. Anything new. Might as well do all of our talking now while we're here.
Casita, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Vicina folds her arms and glowers.
I have not properly thanked you for taking me away from that place.
You don't need to thank me.
Perhaps not, but I wish to do so all the same. That shop and my apprenticeship were like a diving bell, dragging me all the way to the bottom with barely enough air to survive.
She winces.
Arkemir was fond of tormenting me. If he had taught me anything of substance, I might even have endured his wretched company a while longer. In any case, now I am free to study the world, and it is because of you. So, now I will say it. Agrasima.
What did you want to learn that only Arkemir could teach?
What a question.
Vicina clucks her tongue on the roof of her mouth and nods.
Arkemir is elusive. That flamboyant house of his? It is all a performance, a mask that people will not think to peer beneath. I had a sneaking suspicion that he knows more about magic than the rest of the circle combined. Or maybe he is just an accomplished liar. I may never know the truth.
Are you interested in any particular areas of study?
It is a funny thing. I was so quick to chase my ambitions, as if an apprenticeship would outline the course of my life. In the end, I was building a castle in the sand. The taller it rose, the harder the waves swept in to batter it down. Now I have no plan, and the uncertainty is a refreshing change.
Before we head out, any thoughts on our travels so far?
Right now, I desire nothing more than to enjoy my liberation. I will worry about the problems of the world as they come.
Vicina smiles a little. I'm curious about you.
I came to the archipelago as a groveling apprentice. One day, I hope I will leave it with a speck more dignity than that. What more could you desire to know, Casita?
Ever aspire to be an archmage yourself?
Not if it means I must submit to a bickering council of madmen plotting against each other. If I ever scribed a spell, it would be the best kept secret in Eora. Only I would enjoy the satisfaction of knowing it.
Vicina thumbs her chin and considers.
Facina's mirthless laugh. Facina's prickling pox. No, I have it. Facina's withering glare. I like the sound of that.
How'd you get in Arkemir's employ?
Being a part of the circle has its little perks, but also some headache-inducing responsibilities. At least one member must always watch over the Deadfire and see that matters do not fall into total disarray. Arkemir wanted the job about as much as he wanted to lance a boil on his deflated scrotum.
Huh.
But the alternative was giving stewardship to Maura. No one in the circle trusted her with the archipelago.
What did they have against Mara?
With trading companies dividing up the islands, they didn't think a Huana could stay detached. They also hate tentacle magic.
Hey, I hate tentacle magic too.
During the changing of the guard, while a handful of imps loaded Archimir's ship for the journey south, I stowed away in a dresser. Once we were at sea, I made my presence known. A dozen imps tore at my hair and pushed me towards the railing. When Arkemir saw me struggle, he didn't step in to help. He just gave me work. I did what I could to make myself useful. Stitched the sails, disciplined the imps. That one impressed him most of all. By the end of the voyage, I had the little stinkers saluting me as I passed.
Senior cracks her knuckles and grins at the memory.
When we made port in Neketaka, he introduced me as his apprentice and installed me at the cupboard for a life of clerical drudgery. You know the rest.
You and Berteno didn't seem especially well paired. Constantine edges a bit closer. When he catches you looking his way, he frankly motions for you not to say anything.
I was searching for a life beyond the cupboard, and that handsome oaf was blessed with a silver tongue. Came in handy when he was licking the boots of his creditors.
Guessing Constantine has a bit of a crush.
I don't regret our time together. That was just a different Fascina.
Pressing her lips into a tight line, she turns to Constantine.
What are you looking at? Go back to rearranging your massage oils or whatever it is you do here.
Aye, aye, Casita.
Constantine salutes her sarcastically and turns away, a sly grin spreading on his face. What do you want to do with your education?
I have always dreamed of opening a magic shop in Neketaka.
Fascina sighs wistfully and looks off to the distance, pushing a lock of hair past her ear.
That was a joke.
She grins back at you.
When I set out on this path, I discovered quickly that magic is all tied up in grammar, precision, and insufferable rules. Take a grimoire, for example. Misplace an accent mark over a rune, all the logic of a spell collapses around it.
Say what you want about Arkemir, but he has quite the amount of flow.
And you'd prefer something more ill-defined why, exactly?
I will say Fascina's kind of growing on me a little bit. Like, I liked her quests, and I
don't
like
want
this
to break the
conversation.
rules of magic, but I want to rewrite some of them. Loosen them up so that any sharp mind can take up the study.
Like, I like that even though they're sidekicks, they've got some background and dialogue here.
The Circle would hate that, wouldn't they? If they could not reinforce their superiority over the rest of us, they might even disband.
Fascina chews her thumbnail and smiles. You must have some thoughts about Aethys and the other gods.
You assume a great deal, Casita. When they are not striding across an island, the gods concern me about as much as Eora's moons.
Fascina shrugs.
Religion was never very important to me. I do not expect that to change now that the gods have revealed their petty, narrow-minded ways.
You know the gods were artificial, right? Oh, wait. Okay, Zodi's not with me.
I heard a member of your crew whispering of this, but I am pleased to have it confirmed.
Fascina narrows her eyes and looks off to the distance.
Knowing this forbidden truth, does it change anything for you?
I'm not sure.
Belfetto.
Gives a slow, mirthless applause.
If the gods are not as legitimate as we once assumed, does this make them any less our gods? Does it make your Ardra Colossus retrace his steps back to Khad-Nua?
She's got a point there.
As far as revelations go, this one is not very poignant for me. Maybe I'm just the wrong audience. Nothing takes me by surprise.
Fascina shrugs.
Ask away, Casita.
Any thoughts about our companions?
In Pallegina, I see a little something of myself, but she takes it to an unhealthy place. Without leadership and a mission, I think she would cease to exist. Always Constantine hovers over me, asking to recommend him exciting books, as if I would ever touch fiction.
She spits.
I do not hate Tekehu for his arrogance. I only hate that he deserves it. Keep an eye on Maya. I'll say no more than that.
I'll be doing that shortly.
Seraphin has a large heart, but he hides it under foul language. This is something I can understand. Your friend Aloth carries himself with confidence, but to me he seems like a small animal in search of shelter. Shoti is like a beautiful tree with poisoned roots. Her smile is the bark which hides the rot. Your friend Aloth carries himself with always constant Shoti. I do not hate to keep an eye in Pallegina. Seraphin has a. I do not hate to keep an eye.
You have nothing to say about a deer?
Your friend Seraphin has a. In Pallegina, Shoti, always constant. In Pallegina, I see a.
Doesn't look like it. Wow, a deer, she forgot you existed.
On it.
Sodi, you got anything going on?
Yeah. Tell me what's on your mind?
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. No, better even. I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice.
Speak of something
No
else.
need to fiddle foot
That's all for
watcher.
now. No offense, Captain, but your gunners can't shoot for shit. I'm working on that.
Captain.
Edwin looks up from a book, carmine eyes tightening on you.
Or should I call you the Watcher of Cadnua? I confess that title. Something of a mouthful.
I take it you've heard something of me.
This and that. Your involvement in Duke Avar's hearings on animancy and the aftermath brought you to the attention of animancers across the Reach.
Cadnu is gone. It's just, oh wait, you can call me Liquid.
How very informal of you. I think I would prefer something a bit more decorous. Captain it is, then.
Her chin rises slightly as she peers through her spectacles.
When you took me aboard, you neglected to mention that you were in pursuit of a rampaging deity.
I don't know why it's blocking that. There you go. Must be because it's all caps, because I know I approved that before. Odd. Stupid bot. Have to take a hammer to that later. I'm sorry, I should have told you what was going on.
I appreciate the apology, but it's unnecessary. The Blue Colossus may be one of the defining events of the age. I count myself fortunate to bear witness to your investigation. Speaking of, let us return to it, yeah?
She bows slightly at the waist in farewell. If she was a real companion, she would never leave my party. She is interesting.
Greetings again, Captain.
Do you have anything else to say?
Do you require my expertise?
I was looking at her thing. She looks like... I don't know. She looks like an older librarian. But she's got like this air of mystery to her. I want to ask you about your work as an animaster.
My studies?
Yeah.
I cannot promise a dissertation, but I'll happily discourse upon the broader strokes.
What is your specific area of study? I actually, when I leveled everybody up, I got her kind of built specifically to just try to charm as many people as possible. That's where I'm kind of going with her. So I figure on ship fights, she might be able to help with doing stuff like that.
You haven't read my work, then?
She chuckles quietly.
As an apprentice, I focused on, and then helped discredit, the phrenological approach. At the time, it seemed more difficult than I thought it should be.
Why is that?
Some of my colleagues had a vested interest in a model of the world that included an inherent hierarchy of kith. That some kith made more worthy receptacles for souls than others, based on the shape of their brow or the length of their ears, was apparently an idea too tantalizing to abandon. Afterwards, my interest turned to the theoretical, before shifting a few decades later to the study of parapsychological inertia.
Psychological inertia, as in people thinking the same thing over and over? I'm an intelligent barbarian.
Close.
She nods appraisingly.
Parapsychological inertia. The tendency for some souls to gravitate towards familiar locales or engage in behaviors exhibited from past lives. From there, I moved on to work in metamortality, the scientific study of souls over lifetimes and the cycle of reincarnation, which brings us to the present.
Any idea how Aethys is moving that statue across the sea? She laughs, a flat palm covering her open mouth. Excuse me.
I could theorize, but given how little I've observed of him, it would be irresponsible of me to do so. It must require incredible energy, though. Staggering amounts of soul essence. And can Audra truly be so flexible? Why does he not crumble?
She shakes her head and shrugs.
Whatever he is, however he accomplishes it, perhaps we can discover together.
Yes, let's do it together.
If the discovering doesn't kill us.
Nah, don't worry. What do you hope to do with what you learn?
You set the sled before the dogs.
I wasn't supposed to do that?
Before making decisions regarding what should be done, we must first understand what is. Anything else is a dream in the dark.
What's so important about Luminous Audra?
That depends on who you ask.
She shakes her head.
Generally, Audra conducts soul energy. Luminous Audra also stores it, however. Is it simply a worse conductor getting clogged by essence? Or is this indicative of a specialized function? Unfortunately, greed stymies inquiry. Rawatai and the Republics grind every ounce they find down into bath salts. The truth, of course.
Smiling, she opens her palms to you. I thought I asked her this already.
I'm sorry that I have no simple answer for you. Embarking on inquiry with an agenda. That is how mistakes get made.
Her arms crossed, Idwin idly taps on her elbows. So you're entirely without bias?
Not at all. But I admit them.
Fair enough. That's enough for now.
Of course, Captain.
She bows slightly at the waist. Yeah, I dig her, and I'm digging Facina a good bit. Them even having dialogue trees like this is more than I actually thought I was going to get out of them.
I would not have guessed I would find myself back with the Watcher of Katnua, much less at the Order of Akanta.
Her expression fluctuates between amusement and annoyance.
I know that you did not intend for misfortune to befall me, and I appreciate what you said in Queen's Birth. Perhaps this time will go better for both of us. You only have to ask.
Can you tell me more about what happened after we defeated Theos?
After we parted ways,
Excuse me.
I returned to the Republics and reported to the Duke's bells. I failed to complete my mission and had no excuses. The Republics had lost a golden opportunity to trade with the Glanfathens, and the Dukes were furious. They exiled me from the Brotherhood, scoured the suns from my breastplate, put me on a ship to raid Ceres. Diverus, I was lucky to escape with my life. I worked as a guard. Caravans, ships, wealthy merchants. I did not discriminate. After my exile, both my purpose and my pride were gone. The years have taken me from the Eastern Reach to the Deadfire. Some would say it is fate that has brought us together again, Watcher. But you must already know what I think. It is just luck. Time will tell if it is good or ill.
What's your opinion on what's happening with Aethys?
Whatever they are up to cannot be good for any of us. At their best, the gods are powerful children. At worst, they are little more than mad beasts taking out their anger on our world.
Sound of frustration breaks from the back of Zodi's throat. Zodi, you're like upstairs, aren't you?
I have little interest in distinguishing which type Aethys is.
She waves the back of her hand up and up, dismissing the thought. How do you like the Deadfire so far?
Where I am assigned is of no concern to me. But I do think the Deadfire can be profitable for the Republics. If the Dukes need me here, I am glad to serve them.
How are you?
Good. I have no concerns, Watcher.
Whatever happened with you in Manaha? Pelagina slowly turns her head in your direction, eyebrows raised, inner eyelids nicotinating out and back. Something was happening with you in Manaha? Wait, did I miss something here? You and Manaha, you were together, weren't you?
Menea was a good companion and a skilled warrior. But her imagination got the better of her. It appears to have gotten the better of you as well.
She runs her fingers along a wayward feather pointing in an odd direction from her wrist, pressing it flush against her skin. Did I forget them having a relationship? Of some kind? I don't remember that. Hey, who are you? Get over here. Not quite like the open ocean.
Let's get a move on.
Constantine doesn't have anything to say. Aloth.
Yes?
I'd like your opinion on Huana leadership.
The Queen seems to operate with a light hand on the tiller, so to speak.
He tugs at the edge of his sash, thinking.
And I think that's a good thing. What the Deadfire needs is someone who can lead its people without smothering them.
What do you think of the Royal Deadfire Company?
I think they're one of the most ordered and deliberate organizations I've ever seen.
If you had Kana and Manaha in the same party in the first game, he would flirt with Manaha until she tells him she isn't interested in men. Other than that, I don't think she mentions anything. At least, I didn't notice it much. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I had them in the same party in the first game. Because I think I had taken her out, Pelagina, to do the White March stuff. Interesting.
And I don't entirely trust that. Not after the leaden key.
He strokes his chin. Did you ever make it back to Adir?
As a matter of fact, I did.
He brightens.
I saw my mother for the first time in years.
I read this already. I remember that.
Hey, look who it is.
And nothing with Adir. Okay. Yeah, like I specifically remember only taking her for the second part of the White March. The second DLC. Alright. So we got some of the talking out of the way. Now I gotta get Maya in our party. There we go. I knew it was somewhere around here. Except... Alright, while we're here, let's rest. Alright. Back to business. I did a good bit of exploring here. Got an hour left. This has been fun. Let's, while we're in the area, head back towards Port Machi for a second. Do that little bit that Maya wanted us to do. I gotta double check and see who she wanted me to talk to. She wanted me to deliver that message to somebody. Who did she want me to deliver that to? Excuse me. Tuaha. I don't think you're going to be there. That was an abandoned street.
Seem to remember picking you up round about here. Forget something, did you?
You think it's smart, giving the Juan all these guns?
Why not?
Well, just... they might use them?
On each other, most likely.
I have no idea where this Tuaha is going to be at, so...
ever seen anyone cast like that?
Never. Somebody just leveled up from walking around, it looked like, unless they were already leveled. Actually, it might be Maya. She's been sitting in a ship for a while. I'll level you up in a second. Norgand. I didn't have anything else going on here, did I? I should probably check. No. Alright, diplomacy, stealth. Just outside the tavern. Blinding roots, binding roots, master's call. Hits each enemy between a ranger and animal companion, dealing damage and knocking him prone. There was something similar in the first game, I remember. We'll go with that. Alright. Let's move you. Ooh, my order is all jacked up. Deer, go up here. Sure? Seraph and get back behind Maya. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna put Zodi up there. She's closer to the melee people to cast some spells on them. I kind of like having her in the middle of everybody. Alright. I think I equipped you last time I had you in my party. 7, you could probably use some armor though. What do I have you on currently? Light armor. Fine mail. Exceptional scale. 35. Recovery time 20. I might just actually give you this back in a second. Minus 20. Yeah, you know what? Take this for the moment. It's not like you're going to be up front anyway.
What do you think, Ishi?
Yeah? Right.
There you are. And Amawa clutches the hilt of a long saber sheathed at her belt, her attention moving across the among the passers-by without ever settling anywhere for long. She stands as motionless and watchful as an owl. She turns to Maya and flinches, shaking her head subtly.
Been a while, Twa, huh? You're looking healthy.
Maya attempts an easy shrug, but it comes off looking forced.
Don't say my name. Is he still here?
Tawa hisses each word under her breath. She tips her head to indicate just over her shoulder. Scan the crowd, see if anything stands out. Occasional pedestrian crosses your view, but everyone seems to be going about their business without tarrying for long.
Well,
Tawa addresses you through clenched teeth. I don't see anyone.
of course he's gone by now.
Tawa glances over her shoulder and frowns.
Here's your shadow. I'll string him up by his thumbs before he lays a hand on you.
Zodi's eyes gleam with dark amusement. Zodi, you are turned evil.
Well, he's obviously not one of ours. Unless Atsura sent someone to monitor me. Must be working for the other side.
Tuaha aims an anxious glance in your direction. other side. Maya, care to elaborate?
Not everyone in the Deadfire lays out the welcome mat for Rawatai. That shouldn't be any surprise.
She frowns, considering.
Tuaha, I'm getting you out of this. We've pulled each other out of worse snags.
Maya pats Tuaha on the arm, an attempt at encouragement that only causes her to flinch.
Easy to say when it's in the past. This stalker is relentless, and he is always watching.
Tuaha rubs her palms together. What can you tell me about whoever is following you?
He's Juana, average height, and I've caught him scribbling on a sheaf of notes. Like any good tale, he's indistinguishable from anyone else wandering around Port Marge. Probably why they picked him for the job.
Tuaha's lips curl. What are you doing that has him so curious?
Company business.
Maya and Tuaha blink as they say it at the same time.
Company business.
Tuaha clears her throat into her fist. We'll find your stalker and get rid of him one way or another.
Sit tight and I'll get this sorted out. Whatever happens, he won't bother you again. Just try and act casual.
Maya gives her an encouraging shrug. Maya's armor is legit for her gameplay style. Yeah, I saw the I think it was called the gunplay thing that she had on it, and I was like, okay, yeah.
I will stand perfectly
fits her pretty
still
well.
and fill my heart with the words of our national anthem.
Tuaha nods resolute.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Plus, it can always be upgraded. You know, with enchantments or whatever. Alright, so we gotta find a dude around
you find
here.
civilization, amigo. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive.
Who the hell are you?
That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne?
Show me what you have for sale.
A wise and prudent decision.
Essence Interrupter, Hunting Bow, Shattered Vengeance Club. Yeah, nothing I'm too worried about right now. Average looking Juana male. I'm guessing he's around here somewhere then.
Fresh fish! Faster, you lot! Let's get off this rock!
We have supplies here for the paying customer.
It's the jail. Somebody up here. Suppose you can give me any information about this guy I'm looking for.
Gods, I beg you, grant me a posting on the far side of the world.
Or not. It ain't one of you guys.
What say, you need something?
An unassuming Amawa turns to you with a smile. Sniffing, Maya passes you a subtle nod.
That goes for you or your fetching friend.
He smiles at Maya, winking. Could you just stand there a moment while I study you carefully? He possesses the warm tones of an island Amawa, calm eyes, and a minute scar on an upper lip. Your close scrutiny unnerves him, and he takes a cautious step back.
That's close enough.
He scratches his ear, glancing to the left and right. What are you doing?
I am getting some air.
He gestures to the surrounding port with both hands, smiling all the while.
Likely story.
Maya folds her arms and studies him. Plus, you're smiling after I asked you that. Nobody's going to smile after you ask him a question like that.
Do we have a problem, friend?
He glances from Maya back to you. If you're the walking corpse who's following Tuaha, then we have a big problem. Nothing about him physically changes, but his bearing shifts from east to something altogether more rigid as he stares you down.
You must have me mistaken for someone else. This is not a name which I know.
Maya, take aim at his knee, shoot the wound.
With pleasure.
She cocks back the hammer of her gun, aims down, closing one eye. He takes a shaky step back, regarding Maya with wide-eyed bewilderment.
I was never here. Tuaha is not a name I have heard before.
He turns on his heel and walks briskly away, snapping his head around to make sure he isn't followed. Apparently that wasn't the guy then. Oh, okay. Guess that was him. I like being intimidating. Okay, so we got that done. I believe we can get out of here now. And we got about a half hour more to do some exploring. Let's refill some ship supplies before I forget about it. Alright, what we got? Set up here. This was where I saw some stuff over here. Moving the ship around like I'm drunk as hell. Whee! Oh, you're a biggin'. Teotara Marvel, this is what they were looking for earlier. Sea here is vast and as smooth as cyan glass. Jumping up and down, Ikkook shouts and points support at the pale pillar of luminous ochre rising from beneath the surface of the water. Beedle takes you closer. Much of the stone is encrusted with coral, but the visible portions coil above the water in long looping spirals. Ochre normally grows in large pillars, but this formation looks almost like 7 tentacles of some terrible sea monster grasping for the sky. Venizi whistles low. So old. Had to be in Gwithins. Morale gained 5. Eld Ingram scoffs. Even they couldn't do that. That's Audra's slow, steady work. The Audra catches the sunlight, gleaming as if a glow from within. Indeed, it's hard to tell whether the Audra's strange contours have been shaped by slow wear of the sea or distorted by it. Something about that ambiguity makes the vision all that more extraordinary. The rest of the crew chimes in, debating the wonders, meaning, and origins in low, awed voices. There's no way to know where it came from. Enjoy it for whatever it is. Venizi nods, while Eld Ingram murmurs a quiet prayer. The remainder of the crew nod and return to their duties. Beedle sails past the Audra, maintaining a safe distance. Ikkook and Eld Ingram move to the aft castle, eyes locked on the Teotara Marvel until it disappears below the horizon. Ooh, we got some ranks. We got a lot of ranks. Nice. Every time I see the lights on these ships, I think like the ship's on fire coming at me. Kind of looks like it's on fire to me. "13 fruit. Tahay. Tahay. What do we got here? Tahay. Couple brine imps.
Looks like...
Hi, what's your names? Maya. Introduce us.
I've got this, Captain.
Oh, I didn't mean to get that close. Ooh. Liquid does not like brine imps. Marked for the... Oh, hell, you're dead already. No, you're not dead. You're just falling down. Here, Birdie, go get him. Seraphim, where the hell are you at? Why are you that close? Get back. Do I have you with your melee weapon? What are you doing? Okay, that works.
Ahoy.
Huh? Will do.
Couple horns, ring of overseeing, +10 area of effect. I need to see if I've got a space for that on liquid. Tears of Saint Makawo, +1 armor rating against spells. Martyr's Memories, -100% damage taken, untargetable for 10.4 seconds, paralyzed. Okay, so that's basically like a shield spell of a sort. What do we got here? Ring of Overseeing. I'm going to give you that instead of the Ring of Minor Protection. Maya, you can have the Ring of Minor Protection. +1 buff, +1 diplomacy. There it is. Let's give you this now. And then we'll just hold on to this in case we need it.
I'll put this to good use.
Yeah. You do that. Alright, nothing else here. Feels good to be uncovering this map. Like, it totally feels like progress is being made now. Let's head over this way. A ruined tower, Broken Spear Pass, Cavern of Zar Tuk Tuk. It's a big island. Looks like it's gonna keep us busy for a bit. Maybe for our last half hour. Karatapu Channel. Oops. Water. Howling Gorge. Desert wind carries a sibilant susurrus to your ears from the canyon ahead. Punctuated by cracks and pops, it reminds you of eggs on a hot pan or a fire and dry brush. The low growl that accompanies it, however, raises the hair on the back of your neck. Listen carefully. Maya. Sound resolves into a rhythmic chittering, slowly and cyclically rising and falling. It sounds like a chorus of voices in human voices. Ooh, I can send a bird to scout. Send Ijisa to scout. Maya nods to you and raises an arm. Ijisa. I'm gonna start calling her Ishi, because for some reason this word gives me all kinds of problems. It's a tongue twister to me. Takes wing, streaking into the sky, and soon he is nothing but a small dot circling above you. He returns a few minutes later, alighting on Maya's arm. One drake and a handful of Zarups. We can get the drop on him if we're careful. Who's a good boy? Maya tosses Izzy's some meat from her pack. Search for the presence of other minds. Seraphine's eyes slide close and breathing slow. She feels the faint tingle of the cipher's abilities probing the edge of your own soul before turning outwards. Seraphine's eyes slide close and breathing slow. She feels the faint tingle of the cipher's... Oh, I read that already. Eye cap. Got twixt 3 and 5 minds ahead. One of them be right goddamn big and twice as hungry. Fun fact, if you have Yidwin here instead of Seraphine and do the search for the presence of the other minds, Yidwin will give Seraphine's response. Yeah, that's actually really funny imagining that in her voice, especially the right goddamn big and twice as hungry part. Continue cautiously forward. You carefully enter the desert canyon, keeping to the shade cast by the tall standing stones. Ahead of you, a group of Zarups chant, hopping back and forth on skinny legs, shaking their spears. Nested between them rises the black leathery form of a drake. The creature's wings rise above it as it tears at the corpse of a boar at its feet. Continue watching. Nature in progress. With a mighty twist of its muscular neck, the drake tears the boar in half. It rises up on its legs, lifting its head and swallows the back half of the boar whole. A lump of the animal visibly travels down the reptile's throat. One of the Zarups hops forward. It tears his feathered headdress from his head and tosses it aside. It drops his staff a moment later and spreads its arms before the drake. The large beast peers down at the Zarup, then with a flash of movement, eats the small wilder in a single bite. The other Zarups cheer, banging their spears against their shields. I'm guessing that didn't go the way that he thought that was going to work out. Use the distraction to sneak closer. You move quietly from stone to stone, entering the canyon without drawing the creature's attention. A deer did something good. Go a deer. Alright, well there's the young drake. Oh, that's all you are, is a young drake? Alright, get him. Wow, you went down easy.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
No, you're not. You're fine. Okay, get that priest. He got that priest. Liquid's getting deadly.
I've got it.
Reptilian blood. Obsidian flake, a bunch of junk. Not anything else here, let's just go. Cavern of Zar Tuk Tuk, Broken Spear Pass, and a ruined tower. Let's go here first. You come upon an opening to a small cave. Putrid gusts of hot air burp from deep within, and you hear the faint chatter and hiss of Zarops in earnest conversation. Your boots crunch through the drift of brittle bones as you creep into the Zarop lair. About to massacre some Zarops. Ooh, this is a pretty little cave. Guessing they're up there. Oh, there's one. Zarp skirmisher.
Let's go.
What is that? Lesser flame blade. Go on, birdie. Have some dinner. Priest. Blair's war chief.
Right between the eyes.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Like flogging a figurehead. Guitar. Ahoy.
Shimmer scale. One-handed small shield. +5 all defenses against fire. +10 all defenses against gaze. The small shield is made from the scale of a long dead dragon inlaid with mother of pearl and polished to a shine. Once belonged to a Zarp warrior who inherited it on the death of his clutch mother, who in turn inherited it from her tribe shaman, who was gifted it by the dragon and their tribe worshipped in recognition of his devotion. It's yours now. Immunity to gaze attacks. Stash it for the moment.
Right.
On it.
Cuttlefish and hagfish. Fire kelp. Oh shit, back everybody. Maya.
Captain?
Let's get the gunpowder barrel.
Ha! You see that, Ishi?
Nice, I like you.
Your order? Aye, aye.
Mother Sharp Rock. From between the bars stares a frail and sickly Zarup. It shrinks when you near, pressing itself into the furthest corner of its cage, trembling. Around his neck are the remnants of a bedraggled feather crest. Paint is smeared across his face, but the paint is old, flaking. Hasn't been reapplied in some time. Zarb's regalia tells you they must have been an important figure in the tribe, perhaps a high priest or a mother, but his conditions make clear that those days are long past. What happened to you? Zarb watches you with an unreadable expression on his face and says nothing. Just break open the cage. You tear the bars clear out of their frame, because I'm a goddamn barbarian. Zarb scrambles to get out of your reach. When you make no move to capture it, it stares between you and the open cage door, blinking rapidly. It tenses and bursts out the door. You're welcome. Could we talk? Zarb watches you intently. Who locked you up? Zarb scuttles behind you and grabs hold of your leg. It points across the cave to the corpse of a large, well-adorned Zarb, one of their champions, and scowls. Why are you following me? Zarb tilts his head slowly and blinks. It narrows his eyes like it can't quite figure out what you mean. It glances back at the cage you freed her from, then stares at you expectantly. Do you always follow your leader around? Zarb clings tightly to your leg and refuses to let go. You want to come with me? It stares up at you, unblinking, and finally releases your leg. When you make no move to chase it away, it hops up and down excitedly. Deer seems pleased. She trots along beside you, tail held high. I hope you're not going to just like wander with me until you get killed, because I'm going to kind of feel bad about it. Island name. Tuk Island. Oh, that was a crewmate? Okay. I had a feeling, and when they were following me around, I thought, I hope they're not gonna like just like follow me until I get into combat and then eventually die or something. Tuk Island. Only counts when you return to the ship, but she is a crewmate. Cool. Once I get near Nekataka, I'll have to stop and like change my crew around a little bit. Because I hired all those other people in Dunnage. So I've got some better people with me now. Might come in handy. Broken Spear Pass. Bones crunch underfoot. Strewn across the sand are skeletons half buried in wind-blown dunes or lying bleached and baking in the sun. Their corpses still wear the tattered remnants of their clothing, their packs tangled in their limbs. Excuse me. Worms circle like vultures high above you. You feel a tug at your leg. Mother Sharprock clings to your boot, staring out at the dunes, and looks up at you. Her eyes are wide with fright. She fears this place. Search the skeletons. You approach the nearest skeleton and untangle the pack from its remains. As you disturb the skeleton, several sand blades rise up from the desert with a great gust of wind and head straight for you. Sand blades, these are new. Ah well, can't be that bad. Liquid, go this way. A deer, go this way. Bird, go this way. This way. Sweet. Okay, go after that worm.
You see that?
Okay, they went down easy, but they were lesser, so...
Yeah.
Damn. Maya's pretty strong.
What can I do you for?
Pistol. Primal Wind. Claw. Money. A dagger.
All right.
Healing Hands. Lesser Lay on Hands. Grants Lesser Lay on Hands. Fang. And looks like that's it. So did you have? You don't have any gloves. Here, take that.
Yeah.
Itty Bitty Mother is the best crewmate. They're gonna make a fine crewmate. Six agates, pry bar, flint and tinder, and nothing else. Alright, I do believe we've cleared up this island. Some map looking. There's Nikataka. I think I might sail across this way real quick. See if I find anything, but I'm going to be stopping in a little bit here. Ruger's getting hungry, aren't you, Ruger? That pill that Ruger's taking pretty much makes him constantly crave food. He just wants to do nothing but eat. I mean, he didn't want to do anything but eat before he started taking this pill, but now it's even worse. Ooh, hold up, hold up. Run low on water. There's that lagoon we found before. Alright, we were down here before. Looks like we're safe to head north. Skip that lagoon. Alright, as soon as we find some land here, we're gonna stop. There's a storm over there somewhere. What's this? Oathbinder's Sanctum. Were we here before? I think we were. This was that pyramid. You hear a knock at the door to your quarters. Okay. You're not long at sea when Chitupek appears at your door, wiping away sweat with a rag. Begging your pardon, Captain. We've been at sea a while now, but you've not been in a state fit for speaking for most of it. Sailor glances over his shoulder and back to you. If his crew is going to be taking your orders, you might want to make a proper introduction, let everyone know what you're about. You saying I've got something to worry about? No, Captain, it's just tradition. A sociable thing to do. Chitupek chuckles. Gather and address the crew. Hi, I'm a barbarian and I'm about whooping that ass. Chitupek calls the crew together on deck. The small group of sailors hang languidly from the rigging, perch on crates and sit up against the rails. Their eyes turn to you as you stride onto the deck. Feels like this should have happened like a lot earlier. These eyes have peeled back the veil of death, and I have returned, Herald of Barroth, Enforcer over will. Now this is a crew. Can you believe that statue in my room said you were all nothing to look at? Welcome aboard the Defiant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Liquid, your captain. Excuse me. Glad to have you, Captain. Ikuig's cries, listening nods from several of the other crew members. Hama smiles at you from above crossed arms, and Eld Engrim claps lightly. Who here likes money? This ship isn't boards and sails, it's all of you. I'll give you everything I've got as a captain. I expect the same from you. Yes, Captain. Ikuk cheers, sparking chuckles. Chitupek claps, and the rest of the crew joins in, smiling and nodding. We're outgained. Benizzi steps forward. Pardon me asking, Captain, but what exactly is the ship's mission in the Deadfire? We're hunting a big blue bastard of a god. Plunder and booty. We're after the god's damn plunder and booty. Aethys leaves a trail of destruction and despair in his wake. It's up to us to set things right. She crosses her arms. I am not about to go against my god, but it can't hurt to alleviate any suffering that inadvertently results from this mission. Eld Engrim whispers a prayer but nods all the same. Chitupek steps forward. It's good work done well and coin fairly earned. Ikuik cheers and the others mates smile and nod. Crew split up, returning to their duties as the ship, your ship, sails on, slicing through the bright blue waters of the Deadfire. Alright. I think that's going to be a good stopping point.